Exactly. It's just where Christianity.
I will say this is the one thing that I am grateful for with Elon Musk. I think Elon Musk shattered that impression in people's brains that rich people are smart, that rich people make good decisions, and that rich people work hard. I think like watching that guy be on a ketamine high 24/7, I was like, you know what, dude? At least the richest man on the planet is a total fucking buffoon that no one respects. That has to lie about being good at video games, bro. Can you imagine lying about being good at video games? Dude, it's so fucking over for you. What's the fucking quote? You have no friends and you will die alone, bro. As the richest man on the planet. Your money isn't even enough to make people want to deal with you, bro. Oh my god. Can you imagine? You have the most. Let's switch to cam for this. You have the most money on the planet, more than anyone else, and your money is no good here. Your money is not good enough to get anyone to want to spend any time with you. You get rejected from Pedo Island, bro. Oh my god. There's like this one post, you guys have seen him when he jumps and he does like the X or whatever. He's like, you guys have seen the one? They were like, he high Kirkuinly did this in front of Epstein and Epstein told him to get the fuck off the island. The fruity jump, yeah. The one emote have an ass jump. And then he tried to pull the, I don't need Epstein. I can actually get underage girls myself, actually. But I wouldn't because I'm not, you know, into that or anything. Oh, Lord. The Meat Canyon cartoon is so good. Dude, the Meat Canyon cartoons are so visceral. They're so visceral and they're so long. They're like gulpa. Anyways, guys, good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are having a great shit Saturday. New hair. I didn't actually do anything, but thanks. I've just been showering, but I didn't even shower recently, so I don't know. I didn't wash my hair. Sorry, I shower. Showered yesterday. I didn't wash my hair. But good morning, everybody. We have a lot to get to. LMAO. Asmon Gold Core. No, I always shower. I do. I at least shower on days that I work out, and I work out 3 times a week. So the most I go is like if I sit home all day and I do nothing, sometimes I won't shower. But I feel like, you know, that's a reasonable level of degeneracy. That's a reasonable level of like gamer degeneracy. You know what I mean? If I'm not even going outside. Ew. Sorry, my bad. My bad, sorry. Asmon also showers on days he works out, though. You. Door. Now. Now. Is Wormy okay? Why would Wormy not be okay? I don't know where she is. I think I saw her this morning. She was just chilling, watching the windows. But good. What did you do to Wormy? Nothing. Okay. You said she curse-bloated or something? Oh, she curse-bloated me. She curse-bloated me. But anywho, I have a lot of stuff I'm excited to get to with you guys. First and foremost, I want to finish this PBD segment because I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know who PBD was if not for I wouldn't know who PBD is if not for the Majority Report, and I love watching every single time they shit on him. I love watching it every time. Oh my god, dude, it's so good. So I want to watch that. The Curse-bloated incident cover-up, Susja. Gulp. Gulpa. Gulpa. Value. Yeah, and then we never got a chance to watch the Trump speech, and then I don't know how many of you guys saw Keg's Breath massive cover up. It seems like there are about 750 Americans that have either been murdered or they have been wounded. And then I wanted to get to the Hasan stuff because I thought that shit was hilarious. That was hilarious. I heard on Twitter that Wormy has connections to the IRGC. Is that true? Gulp. There's a Keg's Breath Lego video. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I saw that shit like 4 times on my feed. I was like, whatever, I don't really care. And then I finally unmuted it, and the first 2 lines are crazy. Oh, the first 2 lines are crazy. Oh my god. It's insane. Yeah, we'll talk about it in a second. Where does the 750 figure come from? I believe the Intercept recently reported on this. So relatively trustworthy news network on this. Not just like some random post on Twitter or anything. Okay. Intercept is based on leaks. Yeah, so you can, I'm sure if you look up Intercept 750 wounded, it'll come up. But we'll talk about it today. Let's finish this PBD. Oh, and then gaming RE9. I think we're getting close-ish. Maybe like 1 or 2 more streams. Maybe 3 if I'm really slow. We do have to do the nausea level again just to get out, I presume. Ugh. So we'll get to that. It's a good wireless mouse. I guess it's fine. It has this like bug. Maybe it's not fine. It has this bug where sometimes it like in the middle of like gaming. I don't know if someone else's mouse in chat has to have done this. It like 180s on my screen, so I'll be like looking at the enemy, and then like randomly, it just goes like at the ground or at the ceiling or behind me, and I'm like, huh? That's not good. It only does it when it's not wired, but it only happens like once a day or something. I don't know. I don't really notice it too much. Oh yeah, the April Fool's link. Right. We'll look at this later. We'll look at this once, maybe towards the end of stream. I saw this. It was really funny. But also they don't sponsor me, so I don't have a reason to shill their product. But set up a dongle closer. Mine is really close, actually. I have one of these like extenders, so it's actually really close. My mouse just has a dead zone where it dies right in the middle of where I use it. Oh, that sounds bad. How is the Dow? The Dow is over 50,000. Why are you laughing? Oh my god, it's so iconic. I really should change like some sub alert to the Dow. It just makes me so happy to hear her say the Dow. The Dow. Oh my god, it's just so good. All right, let's see. Let's continue this. I was enjoying this video a lot.
And evangelicalism and the prosperity gospel intersects, and why that's Trump's base of support too, which is like the outsourcing of kind of one's thinking to this omniscient person who can be the decider for you and is the strong person to follow. It's like a similarly religious construction.
Why Islam was so smart, saying you can't represent Muhammad.
Yeah, exactly right.
They were cooking with that
exactly
one.
Right. All right.
So we're gonna skip this weird thing where PB talks about church pastors that were hooking up with members of the parish. I still haven't decoded what that was meant to convey, but we're going to skip it after that.
God, like some pastors actually become godlike because of how much the church fears him, and they liked anyways. They go through this. I said, okay, how do we want to build this company? It's very hard. So you got to think about ways to improve. I'm asking you. The argument is one end, because I don't know if you focused on making I've seen you make better arguments with Bassem Youssef than you did with Dave Smith. I didn't see you making arguments on Dave Smith. And the reason why I'm doing this with you openly, and I'm talking to you openly with you, is there's an element of also representing where you're coming from, where the expectation is, hey, when you go and be professionals, that's not how I handle debates. I don't handle debates that way. That's not my MO. So if you're close to me and you're handling it that way, that is not my style. I don't do stuff like that. And Dave and I don't even.
Bro, he really told him, stupid dog, you make me look bad.
Even agree on some of these issues. But if I'm having a conversation, it's about what is this next phase. And by the way, the reason why I'm having this direct feedback with you publicly is for the following reason.
Humiliation.
This is how I roll at them.
Clicks.
I will give you private feedback and have your back 100%. I've always been like that. This is why my guys like working.
That part's crazy.
They know how tough it is at times.
This is so crazy. I'll have your back in private.
No, this part is crazy because here's the part where you find out that this is the second time he's had to talk to Adam about this. Like the first time was private. This is his like formal write-up.
Oh, was the first time when he threw a tampon at Anna Casper?
No,
No, that was fine.
that wasn't it. The first time. Well, I mean, I can let him tell you.
Okay.
I will give you private feedback and have your back
Yeah,
100%.
with friends like these, bro.
I've always been like that. This is why my guys like working with me, and they know how tough it is at time because I'm always challenging them. But if my private
If you're being challenged by PBD, like just hang it up, bro. You just quit life, man. Just go become a hermit, live in a cave, live in a forest, bro. Go return to monkey, bro. How could you be challenged by this fucking buffoon?
feedback that I'm giving doesn't land, and it feels like you have immunity to go run around and say whatever you want and keep saying, I don't give a shit what people say. I do. There's an approach to take about this game. I don't care that we have differences in debates. We push each other here and we have arguments and, comment, I side with Vinny today. You know what? Today, actually, I side with Adam. There was
I think I finally put my finger on the type of person that PBD is. I feel like it's the type of person that owns a restaurant that sucks and the food is super mediocre that would get absolutely reamed on Kitchen Nightmares. I feel like that is like literally who he is. He's like, the food is really good. No, I know food, and the food is like atrocious, horrible, worst thing you've ever seen, somehow radioactive.
a couple moments we had where you had a couple clips where like they sided with you.
Couple times that
Adam's the
happened.
point today, and I'm like, oh, okay, Adam had a point. And then,
theory.
hey, Tom, no, I'm siding with Tom today. Pat, you were off today. No problem. But it's recreating for the next phase of what is that next phase for you. And that's a very important thing for you to be thinking about. I've had that conversation with him, recreating himself. I've had the conversation with him.
That's why he's in a suit?
I have the conversation openly with me on what I need to recreate. But for me, when I saw that, I'm like, you brought up another guy from the past that beat Dave. Great. You brought up, no, there needs to be the Adam that I've seen debate that is prepared. He actually would have made some real good points there.
Oh,
and
my
you,
God.
by the way, you've been a moderator for Zero Hedge with Dave Smith and what do you call it?
Yeah, the Hell's Kitchen sting noise. Yeah. Wish I had it. Oh man, I don't know if someone has to have uploaded it on that soundboard website.
Laura Loomer, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what didn't you moderate? Yeah.
She did a
And that was a pretty good job you did as a moderator. So, I don't know. I'm saying this publicly to say this next phase requires all of us to recreate ourselves, and that includes you in a big way. And I've said this privately.
There we go. That's it.
9 weeks ago at that dinner place we went to, and I was very direct with you.
Dinner place,
But
not a
you're
restaurant.
cornering me to have to say this publicly to you right now. And you have to make a decision on what you want to do with this.
Look what you made me do.
You got to recreate
Forcing
yourself.
me.
It's a very important thing. I'm being very respectful to you. And you had no idea that I'm going to go here this morning. You had no clue. And by the way, I intentionally changed today's business podcast to do this because obviously Monday I couldn't be here. We had certain things that was going on. This weekend I had, what do you call it?
SLS.
SLS. Sean Hannity did it last Friday, so I changed everything, and Rob and I, we had to talk about it yesterday and calendar to do it this way. But for me, sometimes, when people say, I don't care, 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 and sometimes this is like the Trump effect. Well, Trump doesn't care. Well, Trump doesn't give a shit. Well, Trump doesn't do this. Well, contrary to popular belief, Trump looks at every poll. Trump listens to
Yeah, I mean, Trump is actually obsessed.
every comment. Trump listens
Oh,
to
thanks, fun fan.
every criticism.
Delusional, of
so what
course.
you think that Trump does, I'm not telling you go read the comments the next day and go through all chat. I don't recommend that at all. But I do believe a little bit of criticism to see, well, maybe there's a little bit of credibility there. There's a little bit of value there for me to receive. How can I receive this and recreate myself? Because if you're not too careful,
Look at him
Adam,
disassociate.
and I'll open it up to you guys if you want to say anything.
What does PBD stand for? People in chat are going to tell you it stands for Patrick Bait David, but which is supposed to be allegedly his name. It stands for penis butt dick.
I'll give you the final thoughts, and then I'm going to get on the
he's
next story.
shamed.
But I wanted to open up with this, get right into it.
Play with that
Is
iPad,
the following.
baby.
There is no April Fool's jokes today. I don't have one.
This is not a
You should have
joke.
been like, you're looking at the April Fool's joke right here.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
Crazy.
so funny that apparently he brought up like a prior debate that what's his name, Dave Smith did that
With Coleman
I
Hughes,
guess didn't go so well his way. If Dave Smith wants to play that game, he can just play this fucking video of Adam's boss absolutely berating him for his debate performance.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Again.
Imagine showing up to your stupid podcast job and you have no idea that your boss is just about to ream you and say, so what are you going to be doing next? And you're like, this podcast? Dude, this is such a crazy read, but you're honestly probably so right. PBD always acts so tough, I can just tell all of his kinks involve self-degradation. Bro definitely got the balloons back at home. Bro definitely got a fetish for yoga pants. Oh my fucking god, dude. God, I saw like an amazing post the other day. I wonder if I can find it. Probably not, but maybe. But perhaps. Hey, hold. Hodl. No, not this. No, I don't have it. I saw a good post. Every once in a while, someone will highlight the fact that like the dudes that are the most in the men are the leaders. Men should be leading. Men should lead the household. Men should be leading the country. Men should be doing all of the leading. Men love to be dominant. It's like, bro, literally look at like our modern workforce, bro. Look at like the military and just come back to me on that, okay? There are so many men, especially straight men, that actually hate leading, that actually want a bigger, stronger daddy to just tell them what to do. All right? Sorry. That is the truth. Oh, here it is. I actually found it. This post. Submissive men have higher levels of testosterone. I don't know if this is true. This is some random fucking image that I saw on Twitter, but this post saying, this can't be true. To be a man is to be submissive. LOL, why do you think they join the military and join gangs? They love when somebody else tells them what to do. I'm sorry, it's the truth. I'm sorry. Hard to swallow pills, bro. The men yearn for tasks. This is the truth. Is simply the truth. Why else would they be, why else wouldn't they? Why else would they? Make so much fucking cuck porn, bro. I want to do like a full segment on this. Why is it that like every time I see like an AI story on my feed, and it's always somebody making fun of it, they always make the same AI stories, and it's just cuck porn. Every time. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen them. And again, I want to do like a full segment on it, but because it's just so absurd. But I've seen this exact format like 40 times now. 40 times. It's either the story makes no sense at all. So it's like, I saw one and it was like cappuccino. I don't know the name. Cappuccino head, and like, she doesn't have like a mermaid tail or something, so they go to the ocean and they take the mermaid tail from some shark guy and then they give it to her and then he like just beats the shit out of them or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. So either the ballerina cappuccina, is that her? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I don't know what that means. What are you saying? What is happening? I hate all of this. Sorry. Sorry. But it's either that, so like stories that make no sense at all, or it's literally just cuck porn. It's just
Hey,
this.
Waterina, nice to see you.
Hey!
Who's that? How do you know him?
Oh, we're just old friends. Are you okay? Don't worry, Dad. Please don't worry about Fantastic. He really is just an old friend. It's going to be all right, dear.
You think so?
I know so.
Dad, why am I yellow?
Waterina? You cheated on me with Fantastic!
What? No!
You are not my son! Your water is orange! You are not water! You are a Fanta! He is going to pay for this.
Please, no, don't sit!
Fantastic! Where are you? You ruined my family, Fantastic! Waterina, wait! Please don't! That's what you get for sleeping with my wife!
Fantastic, we're back. Fantastic!
Why are her tears white, bro? What the hell is this?
Please don't leave me. Talk to me.
Stop right there!
One thing I appreciate about this, the cop is a beer glass, okay? Or what are they called? Whatever you can call it. The only thing that's unrealistic is that he actually caught the suspect. Beer mug, thank you.
Waterina, I'm pregnant!
What? Waterina!
You're alive!
You will stay behind these bars forever. Waterina belongs to me now!
I didn't get this far when I watched the first 30 seconds on my own.
I will not let this happen! I'm coming for you, Fantastic! Waterina, where is he? Let her go. I am here!
How did he get taller? I don't think working out makes you taller,
It
bro.
does not love you. And she never will! Wait, no! You're finished.
Dad, stop!
I just beeped the audio. I just beeped the background music. What is this?
You should have never been born.
Kool-Aid Man's out? Okay. Dude, that's fucked up to say that to that kid. What the hell? Oh my god. The prison uniform has like a suit trim. Yeah, it's a prison three-piece. Look at that. Anyways, I feel like I've seen this origin. This is the first time I've watched one all the way through. Just for you guys. I'm glad we watched it all the way through. Usually I make it like 5 to 20 seconds. And then I just scroll. I'm like, why am I watching this? And then I keep going. And it's always the same. It's like, I've seen this with like, one of them was like with Mickey Mouse. I saw one that was with like SpongeBob. I saw one that was with some random characters. I don't know, like some sharks or something. And it's just the same thing over and over again. Berina and Bananina. The system knows it got you now. Your title is crazy. 750 Americans can't fit in one fighter plane. You know the war's been going on for more than one day? Did you know that? I don't mean to scare you, but we've actually been going to war with Iran for more than one day. Just so you know. It's called a total. It's called a total. Yeah. Anyways, it's crazy how whenever men are given a new tool to create something, they always default to cuck fantasies. It's one, how you a loser in your own fantasies. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. Anyways, we'll do it. I want to do a full segment on that. Force all of you to watch that drivel. Excuse me. It's almost week 6. No. You don't understand. The war's actually only been going on for 24 hours. It can't possibly be that you would use your brain and realize that the 750 Americans that have been wounded or killed has been over the course of almost 6 weeks. No, it has to be in the one plane. Morons, dude. Okay. Oh, I do want to watch this as well. Rogan on Theo, or Theo on Rogan rather. But besides that, oh yes, oh yes. Oh my god, oh my god. Not the Daily Wire making another movie. Oh god. Jonathan Majors falls out of a window on set of his new Daily Wire action film. When Deadline reached out for comment about unsafe conditions on the set, the producer said, dude, the producer said they don't negotiate with communists. Huh? What? What does that have to do? What does hiring stunt doubles have to do with communism?
And camera set. Here we go, guys. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, action! No! Oh. Guys, let it get back. Let it get back.
Yeah. Good. I'm good. You good? I'm good, right? Do we shoot?
Communism is when basic workplace safety? You know, guys, I'm starting to get the idea that they fell 6 or 7 feet. Uh-oh. On glass too. I would say the more concerning thing is not even the glass, it's the fact that you're, bro, 6, 7. I fucking hate you people. I hate you people. The more concerning thing is that you would be landing on your back. Because shockingly, people survive crazy falls with minimal injuries. If you end up like landing on your arm, or you end up rolling a little, or if you land on something that has any give. There's that like one traumatic video that I've seen where this woman is like, she falls out of a building and it's like she landed she fell out of like 20 stories and she landed on this like metal roofing, this like aluminum sheet, and she like lived with minimal injuries because obviously the sheet had some give on it. I was like, oh, how can you live? Oh my, wow, that's crazy. Falling out of a window on your back? On presumably like concrete? Holy. I've personally known 3 men who have died falling off roofs. I feel like that's a lot of people for one person to know that have died that. What do you do? Do you work in roofing? It's not really surprising the pro-capitalist media org that excuses worker safety rights is also not a safe place to work. I mean, I completely agree with you. I just don't understand how that's communism. How it's communism to not want people to die or be injured. Jonathan Majors fell through a window on Daily Wire action flick, leading crew to walk off set. Producers said they don't negotiate with communists. Uh-oh. As we previously reported, LAPSE called a strike against the producers on March 26 over a series of labor issues. We understand initially the union attempted to sign a contract with the production in order to secure payment into the union's health and pension funds. However, things got more serious as the safety concerns grew over the past 5 weeks of production. Producers have not denied any of the below allegations, but when reached out by Deadline for comment, they said that we don't negotiate with terrorists, communists. You see, communism is when anything threatens to cost me more money. Oh, okay. Wait, that quote is real? Someone said there was a discussing fish post that said the same thing. So I'm glad that satire is fucking dead. See, hold up. Oh no, it's just wait. For anyone who doesn't know, who doesn't go on Twitter, there's this account called Discussing Film, but there's like a fake parody account called Discussing Fish, and it's got like the same profile or whatever. So you read it and you're like, huh? And then you realize, oh, it's just like the parody account making a meme. Seeing these posts, this is literally one-to-one what Discussing Fish would write, literally one-to-one. Other people being like, oh, that's okay. This is just a Discussing Fish post. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. No, wait a minute. It's real. Gulp. Let me pull this up. Like, these are the type of posts on the parody account. Can you fucking open this goddamn tab? Disney and Marvel Television will reportedly submit The Fog Machine from Daredevil Born Again for consideration in Best Supporting Actor category in the 2027 Emmys. Let me see if I can find anything else. Wait, what? Oh, wait, what? Wait, what? They made this post, Discussing Fish, the parody account, made this post at 7:31 p.m., April 3rd, with the caption, "We don't negotiate with communists." And then the actual account, with the check mark and the real account, made the exact same post 2 hours later. Holy shit. The people over at Discussing Film appear to be participating in the psychological warfare against me. Holy shit. Dude, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Oh my god. Anyways. Yeah, no, that's good. Communism is when you don't want workers to randomly experience workplace injuries that they shouldn't have to deal with. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Let's see. In a statement to Deadline, the Rips for Killcoin wrote that the actor is doing well, was taken care of immediately by production. JC did not feel unsafe on set and continues to have a positive experience working on the project. While it seems that to have been the inciting event for the strike, crew members who walked off the job tell Deadline that it was just the tip of the iceberg with their concerns. Multiple workers corroborated incidents involving props falling onto crew, including a rigged tree branch that hit the set medic. Several crew also confirmed there were no meetings with department heads or writer-director Kyle Rankin ahead of complex stunts or the use of prop firearms. We hear the production has been using airsoft guns. What the fuck? Outreach to the armor and prop master to determine set safety protocols surrounding firearms were not returned. In fact, one crew member with decades of experience told Deadline they witnessed no normal production activities on set, such as the presence of a unit production manager or even a crew list. You couldn't find anyone. You didn't know who they were. They said, adding that the crew eventually began circulating a black market crew list to try and identify the colleagues themselves. They didn't really care about the long-term. Oh my God. Deadline also understands the production required a location change after crew pushed back on the use of a space that was infested with black mold. Producers had wanted to move forward with the location even after a contractor warned the building was likely constructed with asbestos and should be tested properly. Instead, crew discovered the mold on their own as they prepped the location. They didn't really care about the long-term effects on the crew. One of the former set laborers told Deadline, I don't even think it even crossed their minds because they're so inept. But won't someone please think of the small business owners? Won't someone please? Please? Communism is when you can walk to places for free instead of having to buy a wheelchair in the free market. These people are beyond parody. Communism is when you don't want black mold in your set. I do think that's what Asmongold would say what communism is, to be honest with you, though. Is this the Daily Wire movie? Yeah. Do you guys remember when the one chick from Mandalorian, what the fuck is her name? Who Omegalo, she's irrelevant now, so who cares? Yeah, Gina Carano, when she couldn't stop making, I have two genders. My gender is some stupid helicopter or whatever the fuck. And then Disney fired her ass, and they were like, they gave her so many chances. They were like, please cease activities on this. Please cease. Please cease. You are destroying the Disney brand image. Please cease. Please cease. Okay, we're going to fire you. We're going to fire you. And she's like, I am offended. How could this happen to me? If only there was some warning. If only there were like 30 warnings instead of 20. And then she worked on that Daily Wire movie, and then it bombed so hard that she begged Disney for a job back. Dude, the generational fumble of a lifetime. Can you imagine? You're basically the leading role in The Mandalorian. Because, yeah, there's like the guy who is the Mandalorian, I guess, but he's masked the entire time. So, like, you're basically the leading role. You're basically the leading actress or actor or whatever. And you fumble? You fucking fumble? At the time, one of the most popular Disney shows. Oh my fucking god. They made her the lead of a movie called Haywire before Disney signed her. She acted so bad, they ADR'd a different woman for her lines. Oh, Jesus. She was so loved. She basically had to do zero real acting and fumbled that job. God, dude. I mean, I honestly feel like it's the J.K. Rowlingification of someone. Like, J.K. Rowling did it. She did what every author wishes they could do, or like what most authors want out of their, like, a writing career. You have this beloved franchise that made you almost a billionaire. I think she's like really, I think she's a multimillionaire, almost billionaire. Like, there are rides at Disney, or maybe, no, Universal, one of the two. I think it's Universal. Everyone knows your stupid book and your stupid story. There's games. There's like entire fandom. And you can't stop talking about trans people. Your only goal to remain beloved is to care, to just pretend like trans people aren't real. That's it. That's all you got to do. You just gotta pretend like trans people don't exist in your world. That's it. And that was too hard. That was literally too hard. That was literally too difficult. He was like, I can't. I have to talk about them. Holy dude. I'm sorry, man. That's crazy work. That's crazy. Her net worth is 1.2 to $2 billion. Okay, last I checked was like maybe a few years back, and she was at like 900 million. She also compared not wanting to get vaxxed to being a Jew in Nazi Germany. So the mold is fully in control, I see. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, that one was Gina. Oh, okay. Okay, that was Carano. Okay, Gina Carano. Okay. I was like, I don't remember that stage in the J.K. Rowling, but I guess it kind of all lines up. I guess. Your voice sounds manly. Does that make you trans? Yes, every woman who has a deeper voice than you also has a hog way bigger than yours. This is true. Yes. Correct. I hope you're not threatened, though. You wouldn't be threatened, would you? Would you? Ugh. God, dude. Shh, don't tell them they'll like that. Has this chatter seen female condoms? Women have huge dicks. Oh, God. Dang, I always thought this denim chick was mid. Now that I hear that she has a huge hog. True. Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. All right, moving on from that. I wanted to get to a very exciting story. All right. This one's kind of a variety segment that I really wanted to get to. Mostly because I love to watch Joe Rogan squirm, and I love to watch Theo squirm.
So Theo Vaughn, we've had many criticisms of him for having Trump on.
Full hog denims is what we call her. She's got a full hog. She's full hog denim.
And giving, you know, him an incredibly softball interview. But, you know, Theo, at the very least, has been compassionate about Gaza. He's called it a genocide. And he went on Joe Rogan and tried to bring up his feelings about the state of the world on the show. And it doesn't seem like Joe's on his wavelength.
Happen? You think we're going to be okay?
I hope so. Of course. I don't know.
Do you think about it?
I'm confused. I can't believe we went to this war. When we started bombing Iran, I was like, this can't be true.
And what about Lebanon now?
I know. Israel's invaded Lebanon. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, just fucking stop.
They're so fucking stupid. If they didn't cause so much harm, I would like them for being so fucking stupid.
Like, what do you need?
Well, they're trying to, supposedly, they're trying to stop the terrorists.
Yeah, that's crazy, though, if you're the fucking terrorist. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to stop them, fucking stand in front of the fucking mirror.
Pause it for 1 second. It really feels, and maybe I'm projecting, but Rogan seems to be very, very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like, he's not,
so
like,
funny.
when he says he's terrorist, he's not saying no.
I'm not going to lie. I actually do appreciate community notes because I bookmarked this to look at it later. It's one of those Professor Jang videos on a war with Iran or whatever. And it looks like this is vague slander was so good I could die for a sec. But I gotta say, I've seen this exact argument, and conservatives have made this exact argument 400 times. Trump isn't losing. Losing is part of his master plan. I think it was the most offensive example of this actually happening was Dave Rubin saying that, like, Trump actually, he planned for this war to go so badly that it would be the war to end all wars. Yes, this one. Like, this is actually...
to me to be
mentally challenged. Dave Rubin says Trump is waging this illegal war illegal war of aggression against a country that's not a threat because deep down he's so anti-war that he wanted a war so bad so it would end all future wars.
I think the way you can look at this, I haven't heard anyone else say this, but this seems to me to be the war to end all wars. I know that that's like bumper stickery and whatever, but it's the war to say no more of this, no more state-sponsored jihadism all over.
I'm just going to say, in a just world, if you listen to Dave Rubin and you think he's a smart guy that says smart things, you should never, ever, you should be forced to trade your voting status with a felon. Like, you should immediately lose that right and it should be given to the nearest felon. Because they would use your vote better than you can. And a lot better than you can.
For the place. And once that happens, once these countries calm down and things start turning, and we know the Gulf states are thriving because they've put aside some of this jihadist lunacy, people will start being more successful, and more successful, flourishing people are less inclined to become crazy radicals. And that's not what the people of Iran want. It is not what they had when they had the Shah of Iran. I think the way you can look at
the war to end all wars. Oh, if only there was a movie or something. An easily digestible movie about a weapon that was supposed to end all weapons and all wars. Oh, if only. Oh, it's what could it be? The Barbie movie? No, it's like at the same time. Oh, whatever. It's not important. Oh my God. Anyways, yeah, sorry. That professor slander was so good I could die for a moment. I'm not gonna lie. Let's continue.
No, they're not. But he's also not saying like, yeah, right. It's strange. I haven't seen him be this passive in a conversation in a while. I wonder why that could be. I mean, after all, he just eviscerated Donald Trump the other day, didn't he? And he's really
Well, his buddy Peter Thiel is heavily invested in Israeli weapons and surveillance technology, so maybe that has something to do
well,
with that.
supposedly because they're going after the terrorists.
I have to coax her.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to stop them, fucking stand in front of the fucking mirror and start there. But also, what do I know?
What do you know?
You're right. I don't.
Do you think like that's
Blank
clearly
stare.
something Theo said because Joe was giving him nothing?
Yes.
Blank
It's
stare.
uncomfortable. I like that this is the end of the interview too.
Yeah.
Is this
well,
a shorter?
It's the whole. There's more clip. If you go to the clip after this, Theo is peppering this through the whole interview. He
And
said
Joe just gives him
genocide.
nothing?
Yeah. You'll see more examples of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But here's how Joe. We should follow this through to see what happens after this comment.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to stop them, fucking stand in front of the fucking mirror and start there. But also, what do I know?
What do you know?
You're right. I don't. But it's all just like, fuck, there's got to be some way that we're better than
What they're
this.
saying is, like, if this was found out by the story about Christine Noem's husband was found out by like a newspaper online,
Allegedly.
and that if
Allegedly, why did he say it like that?
they can find this out, then obviously hostile intelligence services, according to CIA officer Mark Polymaropoulos, knows this stuff as
That's
well.
enough right there. It's just they
Oh,
return
yeah, we
back
could-
to
we're
Brian.
willing
No.
to do- I mean, what do you know? I'm not going to say anything. I mean, he really avoided saying anything there.
Allegedly? Like, dude. What do you mean allegedly? There are photos of the husband.
Also, Christy Noem already basically said that they're true. She didn't say that they were fake photos. She didn't say they were AI. She said we need space and privacy and prayers in these hard times. So what do you mean allegedly, bro? What the fuck do you mean allegedly?
It's interesting how he's quite careful about people in power now. He has a kind of a similar problem that Trump has, where you can like butter your bread when you're outside of power by being critical of those in power. But once you've gotten into power and things are going as badly as they're going, he doesn't feel like he can justify any of this.
Yeah, this is number 20. It's even better.
Something like that now. Like, what do you think's going to happen,
With
Joe?
Iran?
She said, pray for the titties. I pray they get bigger. I pray they get even larger. I pray they consume this world.
No, just with, I mean, like,
Church of Nuba. Those who know, you know.
I feel like the shit that's happening out there is going to come here eventually.
Well, most certainly will.
Imperial boomerang.
You know?
I mean, if Homeland Security.
I would like to actually make a point on that. Does anyone feel safer that we're just attacking civilian infrastructure in Iran in the midst of a war? Does this make us safer?
Absolutely. We're fighting them over there, so we don't have to fight them over here, man.
Or are we provoking them over there so they eventually might be incentivized to do something over here?
There's nothing that the administration would love more. If Joe was actually engaging in like real conspiracism, and there are things that exist, like there are conspiracy theories. If he was, back to his roots and being earnest about this instead of a paid hack.
I feel like I need to bookmark the Fetterman clip. It's just so iconic. Because this really is what like the average brain damaged American thinks about the war. It's just, how does this help Americans? Yeah. Yeah, it does. How? Absolutely. So how exactly? Yeah, I think we're done here.
For the technoligarchs at this point, he would be thinking in that manner. Oh, are they acting in such a way that they want to provoke some sort of violence to further justify this war?
Bombing bridges and schools? Yeah.
Instead, he sits there like a dumb, roided up rock and just like shifts around in his chair as Theo Von tries to approach.
This is, I think, the reason why I have a dislike. Normally, for people like Joe Rogan, I think this is actually the massive distinction between Joe Rogan and Theo Von, where Theo Von doesn't invoke like anger in me. I feel very neutrally towards Theo Von. Like, Theo Von actually is like the dumb man's podcaster. Joe Rogan pisses me off because he does this whole shtick about how, oh, I don't know anything, and why is anyone listening to me? I already say I'm an idiot and I don't know anything. Why should you ever listen to me? Why would you ever listen to me? I don't even know what I'm doing. And then the second you challenge him on anything in a way he doesn't like, he gets so fucking butthurt about it. I don't know if people still say that. That was very millennial of me. And he's like, well, I hope we're not in this war too long, okay? Well, I just hope that it's not too bad, okay? Like, for a guy who says you don't really care and everything's a fun joke for you and no one should take you seriously, you sure seem to get very mad when people argue with you and don't take you seriously and disagree with you ever.
Some semblance of humanity.
He doesn't stop it in its tracks, and they're doing a great job of preventing a lot of them. You know, there's a lot of things that they catch that you don't even hear about that are like terror cells.
Yeah.
They infiltrate, but they know.
Fun fact, Denims Fetterman struggles with 4th grade concepts because he was cast in a Daily Wire movie where woke communist safety precautions were banned. He got hit with a comically large sledgehammer and unfortunately he lost his marbles. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard. Theo is also very honest, realizes what he's done, and Joe can't contend with it. Well, I think also, again, like, Theo Vaughn, he doesn't, like, Joe Rogan, for all of his fucking rambling and all of his bullshit, whatever is the opposite of grandstanding, the dude has so much fucking ego, it pisses me off. Theo Vaughn, I have yet to see a clip of him having obscene amounts of ego. Theo Vaughn, actually, every single clip I've ever seen, where maybe I should watch more to find a clip of him doing it, I haven't seen him have, like, obscene amounts of ego of like, I know what I'm doing, or like, this is my like, I know he just kind of genuinely Herculeanly doesn't care that people think he's dumb, and he knows he's dumb, and he thinks and he's just trying to like be honest, I think.
Oh, there's people in this country. That was the most fucked up thing about people being all nonchalant about the border being wide
Say it like that.
open for 4 years. Yeah. Because men of military age entered into this country from foreign countries, and we have no idea why. We don't know if they're just honest people looking to make a better life for them and their families, send money back home. That'd be best case scenario. But that's not all of them. So what percentage of them are terrorists? What percentage of them? It's not zero.
For a second.
I must have misheard that. What did he say? Did he say that there are terrorists entering our country? Did I mishear that?
Pause it for a second. Pause it for a second. Will you Google how many of the terrorists on 9/11 came across the border illegally?
Came up quick, 0.
Oh, 0. Okay, interesting. Interesting that. That's very strange. Because I thought that was our biggest fear. I mean, the idea that we have all these sleeper cells in this country, presumably from Iran, right?
He said ex-military from other countries are entering the country. He's saying a percentage of those that enter. You have to realize that's like such a meaningless statement, right? You're not actually going to spin it that way and actually believe that for a moment. That's like, that feels like the equivalent of saying, well, the thing is, hand sanitizer doesn't really work because it's 99.99% of bacteria that's killed. So, I don't know, some percentage don't get killed.
I mean, isn't that the idea?
Yeah.
Like, at what point do they start getting activated?
The largest exporter of terrorism in the world?
Yeah, like, what's going on here? Is the DHS, which is probably about as understaffed as it's been for 20 some odd years, because all of them are working on trying to find somebody's grandmother, someone's abuelita, who is, working at a food truck or something. If there was, we've rolled up an Iranian sleeper cell. Is there?
I like the idea of like the sleeper cell elote man, and like his elote cart just like transforms, or like he like reaches in and it's actually just machine guns in there. There's no corn. There's no maize. it was all a lie. Like, what are we doing? The corn is actually grenades. They're cluster bombs. Yeah, each kernel is a small bomb. Like, what are we fucking doing? Oh, these people live in they really live in a James Bond world, and they're disappointed by the fact that we don't live in that world. And actually, the vast majority of people, if not all of the people trying to enter the country, are just trying to get a better life after the U.S. probably destabilized their country.
Anybody out there who thinks that we wouldn't hear about that?
Do you remember?
Honestly, are you like, there's a lot of stuff they don't tell us.
Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding me?
Sure, man.
Yeah. Do you remember when Trump, in his first term, was claiming that they were finding prayer rugs, Muslim prayer rugs at the border? Yeah. Like, that's Joe.
That's scary stuff.
That's it. I mean, this guy is just a standard boomer, idiot, MAGA Republican. Yeah.
I mean, there are military.
It's the equivalent of saying, we found crosses. And you'll never believe it, on the necklace of some women. We found rosaries on some women. I can't believe some of these women entering our country are Christian nationalists. There were rosaries. Rosaries! Yeah, these are some religious fundamentalists. We need to do something about that.
Age men. So in other words, males over the age of 18. We have a lot of under the age of 18 males, of course, come in. But military age, like, you mean prime working age?
Yeah.
You mean the exact person who could actually walk, whatever, 10, 20, 100.
The funny thing, too, is these people are never satisfied. If immigrants are bringing children that are under the age of 5 or 6 or 10 or whatever, it's all a ploy to get an anchor baby in this country, or pregnant women are coming to the country. It's all a ploy so we can feel bad for the children, and we don't want to separate the children and put children in camps, and all of these evil terrorist immigrants are doing it on purpose to try and get us to sympathize with them. And it can't possibly be that they're immigrating to a country because they want better conditions for their child. It has to be that they're doing it out of evilness to trick Americans into feeling bad for them. But also, if you're an adult and you're a working age adult, you're actually military age and you're here to kill all of us. It's like, dude, when does the fear mongering stop, man?
200 miles to get to the border and then come and work in the fields. I mean, as opposed to someone who's like, we're not getting all the 65-year-old men. They're not coming over here to pick almonds or whatever it is. I mean, like, how dumb is this?
Yeah. More?
There's more.
Oh, it gets good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what also, it's like, it's all just a cat and mouse game. People are like, we'll elect the Democrats next time. It's like, but it's all the same shit has been happening forever. They haven't been helping anybody forever. They're letting fucking politicians slurp on kids. All of our fucking money goes to Israel and they're using it to fucking genocide people. It's like everybody is scared out of their wits right now. It's like our religious leaders are afraid to speak out. And it's like it's a time where it's like Satan is amongst us and our religious leaders are fucking talking about bullshit at the poll. It's just like, what is going? I don't know, man.
We got to get you off those antidepressants, son. You're losing your fucking marbles.
You think I am?
Come hang out with us. Just chill out.
I'm here.
Just chill out at the mothership tonight.
I do have to pee in a little while, but.
Fuck you, Joe Rogan. Fuck you, bro. Yeah, bro, you're the one that's weird. Not me taking ivermectin looking gray as shit because I got COVID, no vax. Not me with my... Dude, I'm sorry. This is like the least human any human being has ever looked. Joe Rogan in that ice bath. Like, what is this creature? Bro, this is a Neanderthal. This is not a human being. This is not a Homo sapien. Hold up. Let me pull it. This is like, you are literally not a Homo sapien. I'm sorry. You're pretending to be one. You're pretending. Bro. What the fuck is this? What is this? This is not even Photoshop. None of this is Photoshop, bro.
You can pee.
I'm gonna pee in a minute, man.
Get them off.
But no, people are just
Antidepressants, just God, suck. I nothing.
You're gonna say suck my dick.
I was.
He kind of looks like in that photo he gets professionally beat up by Batman. Stop. No, Theo, don't give this up to Joe Rogan's nipples, bro. Stop. Those nipples are gonna take out someone's eyes? No. Oh my God, dude. You are a sick freak. Theo, you are a sick freak. I know I keep you around for a good reason, but this is not a good fucking reason. Do not type, don't tell me you don't want to twirl those nips around your mouth like a Twizzler. Bro, you need to be fucking punished, bro. You need to be tortured for those crimes.
Sorry to be crude.
I mean, honestly, like, his response, Theo Von's response to what's going on is probably the most mentally healthy response you could possibly have. I mean,
yeah, he's gaslighting his friend. It's kind of...
It's insane. Oh, Shy Thumbo, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Hi, Raiders. You guys just missed a terrible segment. Thank
gross.
God.
Like, on a personal level, it's just rude and mean.
Come on, man.
Tell him to get off antidepressants.
I make hundreds of millions of dollars doing this. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, also
hang
Theo
out in
does
my
too.
club. Hang out in my club. Come on, man. Forget your troubles for a while. Come to the place where we have absolutely no accountability. And, you know, there's probably millions. There's probably, honestly, you could probably count the number of people that are dead because I told them not to get the jab. And don't worry about it. Come to my club and party.
It's literally called the mothership. Come escape with us.
Come
insulate
suckle,
yourself.
Suckle on the teat of complete lack of accountability for what we say to millions of people.
Yeah, if this were not into a microphone, if this were in the mothership green room, Rogan would remind him, dude, you got like tens of millions of dollars. This is for poor people.
Yeah. Exactly.
This doesn't matter.
You're gonna be fine.
We're chosen.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I have very strong negative feelings about Joe Rogan. He's just such a fucking sack of shit, bro. He's just such a sack of shit, man. They pre-watched this stream, dude. I know, right? What the hell? I hate people who like they want to be taken seriously, but they also. Anytime they get criticism, they say, I'm just a little prankster. I'm a prankster. Why is anyone taking me seriously? Why is literally anyone taking me seriously? I'm literally a comedian. I'm not saying you can't have fun and be serious at the same time. I'm saying you don't get to say you're a comedian anytime anyone criticizes you. Were you doing it on your podcast? Okay, well, it doesn't sound like you were doing it on stage as a comedian, so people are going to criticize you. Jon Stewart used to do that a little, but he's not as much of a moron, lol. Well, even Jon Stewart expects to be taken seriously when he's being serious, right? Have you seen the clip of Joe Rogan losing it over a fake ape on Primatologist? Yes. God, dude. I think that's what that was like the first thing that I saw. The ape lady that like went on his podcast that he lost his shit about. And I was like, all right. Okay. That was the first thing that I started disliking about Joe Rogan. I forgot about that one. It's a classic. Yeah. When he bullied the COVID scientist or whatever. It was the first time I knew he was a very bad person. Yeah. I never saw that. Do we have the clip? I don't have it on hand. Maybe someone in chat can link it. He in fact went apeshit. Some might say, shut up. Shut up, dude. Oh, okay. Just saw something crazy, but that's okay. Hasan is a fruity gay guy. Look at his bathtub pic. He's a gay model. Okay, good for him. Serve. Yes, girl. Serve. Yes. All right. No. Bro, what is this caption? It's a photo of Benny Johnson hugging, like Titanic hugging Nick Shitley from behind. Benny Johnson seen inappropriately touching a mentally handicapped child. Bro, what is this caption? Stop. Oh my god. Wormy, stop trying to destroy the chair. All right, let me close these tabs here. Oh my god, let me get this ogre off the screen. Photo is awkward as hell. Oh my, I totally forgot about this. I've seen this like 40 times at this point on my timeline. Huh? What Hasan said to Fan would get him impaled where my family is from. You people are jokes. Someone will be planning your downfall, both you and Hasan. Okay, keep planning. You bitches can't do anything. Keep planning, bro. All right? Oh, Lord. Sephiroth, is that you? What did Denims do for a planned downfall? Shit, I don't know, man. I didn't give Warby enough treats, I think. Alright. Don't you care about the content, Nuke? Please play that video. How liberal men pump their vehicle tires.
Can you blow up a Cybertruck tire with just a bicycle pump? I was so curious. So basically, I decided I would do it until I got tired. I even set an Apple Watch workout, so if you're curious about how many calories I burned, just wait until the end of the video. So I kept going and going and going and going and going and going and going. And honestly, I have the cardio. I have the heart and lung health. But the bicycle pump just is not very comfortable on my derriere. Like, it hurts. I get very sore after a while. Maybe if I had a pillow or something on it, I don't know. But I gave up. So I didn't even move the PSI enough for it to register or want to update. But
Girl, you should be paywalling that on like OnlyFans, girl. What the?
The DeWalt air compressor does show 33.1, so I did blow it up a little bit. The good news is I did burn 39 calories doing it.
Bouncing on it to own the libs. Someone said, is this satire? Okay, when I did some diving on this, I think the original video was made by someone else. But for some reason, the guy who made this post on Twitter put his tag on it. So, like, you can see in the middle, it says right over the fucking bulge, it says lib or normal, which is their Twitter user handle. So it seems like it's them making this. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. He was staring at the bulge when he put, like, imagine watermarking it and you put it right on the bulge, bro. This person is still typing. Bro, you type so slow. Holy shit, it took you 3 minutes to type this. What are you typing like that? Go take some typing classes, man. They make typing games, bro. You don't have to type this slow. You don't have to. You can type faster than that, man. I promise you. You people have no honor. You defend a culture of honor-based violence, but can't take it yourself. I hope you shit yourself on your next token trip to the Middle East, which I guess is a part of the world you would pretend to fit in. I mean, I speak Arabic, and both my parents are Arab. So I don't really think and I'm Arab. I don't really think I would be pretending to fit in, considering that I've been there before. But, okay. Muhammad would execute you and Hasan. Famously, Muhammad, the Prophet, was known for going around executing people. What the hell? Yeah, that's a core virtue in Islam. The Prophet comes and fucking kills you. That's a core virtue there. In the yeah. Oh my. Racists love to assume everyone else is as racist as they are. Oh my god. This is incredible, bro. Incredible. All right, anyways, back to this guy fucking doing tricks on it. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is, chat. Projecting after a video of a chud riding a bike pump. He said, this chatter said, I can do tricks on it too. Watch this. He said, I can do it better than this guy. Check this out. Oh my god. No, not this pose. My beautiful 29-year-old baby was just kidnapped from his F-15E Strike Eagle for, you guessed it, being white. This is actually, do you guys remember the people saying that the IDF members that were kidnapped from their tanks? I don't know that I would personally describe that action as kidnapping. I would say that that's a prisoner of war. Before I would say it was a kidnapping of an innocent minor neurodivergent minor over 18, neurodivergent, thinks genocide is good. I don't know that I would consider it kidnapping from a tank personally. I think I would say it was a capturing of a military member. But what do I know, dude? What do I know? It was an emotional support tank. Oh my fuck. Oh my god, dude. They were just peacefully sitting in their tanks, killing civilians, and were brutally ripped from their tanks. Yep. You ever get kidnapped from your Gundam mech, bro? Who said special interest is genocide? No, dude. Oh my lord. All right, so I feel like I have to mention this. I feel like I have to address the elephant in the room. I'm addressing it. I'm addressing it. Yeah. Again, I scrolled past this, I would say like 5 times. And then I saw one caption that said like, nothing prepared me for the audio. And I was like, all right, fine, I'll listen to it. And the first, I would say even 5 or 10 seconds are brutal. Brutal. It's another one of the AI Lego videos being released by Iran. And this one's on peak keg's breath.
Yo, Pete Hegseth, this one's specially for you. You punk ass rapist bitch.
That's about as far as I got. I got that far. I got 8 seconds into punk ass rapist bitch. And then I said, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Let's just bookmark this and save it for tomorrow. All right. Yeah. For sure. What does Lego think of this? Yeah, everybody needs to start making posts being like, Lego, these videos make me want to buy your product more. Oh my god.
Straight from Iran. Your tattoo covered clown with that cafe ink on your arm. Think you a crusader? Nah, just a drunk infidel in the uniform. Chain to kill all Muslims. Wasted in the hotel lobby. Sexual assault settlement in Monterey. Blocked the door, took a phone, paid her off quiet, cause Me Too was on. Now you secretary? What a joke, bro. Cheated on wives, multiple affairs, kids in the mix, family man, hell no. Handsy with women at Fox, drunk on the job, your own team say, yo, this dude toxic. Couldn't even guard Biden's inauguration, your own military said next. Book called American Crusade, dreaming holy war, but reality check. You just a failed vet, turned TV clown, slipping on your own mess, Trump.
Oh shit, dude. Oh shit. Oh shit, dude. I feel like if you're Keg's breath, you have to quit, bro. Oh my god. Oh.
Cause you kissed the ring, but wait, funny part ain't coming. The dude you sucking up for that secretary gig, Trump himself was Bill Clinton's top cocksucker, giving blue jobs back in the day. Real talk, you out here blowing for access, but he the original BJ queen.
Oh my god. Like what? I don't even understand. I like where we are. Let me pull up the American propaganda so you guys can see. Original BJ Queen title goes to Donald Trump. Let's pull up. Shall we? What about? Let's take a look at Paul Allen's card, shall we? DHS. Account. I believe it's this one. Yep. And then let's just pull up the media tab. Or maybe it was a different one. Maybe it was like US government account or something like that. Is the rap artist AI as well, Pants Lady? Probably, yeah. And this is what the White House, official Twitter White House account is doing. Mom, can we have good propaganda? We have good propaganda. The good propaganda at home. I'm literally bored. I'm literally falling asleep. The substitute teacher pulled out the TV, but they put on the most boring documentary. How do you make space boring, bruh? That was the most boring garbage propaganda I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Don't worry, they are also putting out other bangers like Make American Farming Great Again. National Agriculture Week. Make farming great again. I saw one caption that says, I guess it checks out that Trump wants to get on an island with children. To that I say, they're going to get your ass, bro. They're actually going to get your ass, bro. You're gone, people. The people are gone, people. Oh, God, dude. Oh, God. Anyways, let's see. Okay, Paul Allen's card kind of sucked ass.
You thought our missiles max 2,000 kilometers? Cute, rookie mistake. We hitting the bow, worshiping Epstein Island crew, the ones who hurt the kids. Revenge for every American soul you and Trump's dirty crew oppressed and did. We taking payback for the girls, you broke the wives, you broke the Muslims you hate. Every victim screaming in the dark. Iran got you on the play. You threw everything at us, all your cards, all your might. We still operating on 10% power, laughing while you fight. We see everything, know every secret, every dirty Epstein link you hide. Where you least expected, in the shadows we ride, and no place to slide. This ain't full force, just a warm up. Persian flow with the wrath. Pete, you done roasted raw. Iran sending this heat. Feel the math. Drop the mic. Infidel clown. We coming.
Bro, like, we all died and this is some weird afterlife? Yeah. Yeah. It's very interesting how good of a grasp Iran has on American youth culture. It's, the propaganda war has been lost. Listen, I guess we'll see how hard America loses the actual war, but the propaganda war is lost. Well, we have a bunch of fucking losers in the White House making fucking dorky-ass memes. I'm sorry, bro. Like, don't they know that Nintendo games are cozy games? That's not what you use to motivate a population to want to go to war, bro. That's what you play when you're tired of dealing with real-life shit, dog. What, like, at least... You know what? Okay, maybe I shouldn't give them good ideas, but if you insist on using other IP and you insist on using AI, why not like do Doom? Do like a Doom edit. Right? Like at least that would kind of hit, right? What the fuck is this? This is boring. Resident Sleeper Garbo. Hello? At least like a COD montage. Oh, Wormy is so cracked out. Wormitha. I don't know what this scene is referencing. Next, they're going to do Finding Nemo. Bro. Oh my god, dude. Wormy. Her? Wormy. She's zooming. The interns could never beat Doom, and that's why they don't use it. That's actually factually true, dude. That's actually factually true. Sorry, you're so right. You're so right. Too hard. Oh my god, I saw this, dude. I meant to show this like weeks ago. Did you guys see this Chinese propaganda video? US-Iran war explained by Chinese AI animation, Legend of the Valley of Gold. Buried under this ancient pass is the most precious substance in the world, essence of iron. Wait, let me make the volume a little bit quieter so I can talk over it. Oh my god, she's gone. I saw her for like a second and then she fucking zoomed. I just saw a gray blob. Wormy. God. Sorry. Casting knives, refining medicine, making fire, and prolonging life are inseparable from this substance. The White Eagle Alliance established an iron rule. Only White Eagle gold tickets. Oh my god. Sorry, that's too fast for me. Only White Eagle gold tickets are accepted for buying the iron essence. Controlling the essence means controlling the essence. Sorry, it means controlling the money, control the world. It's gonna take 30 minutes. Sorry. I'm sorry, dude. English is such a slow language. Jesus, I'm trying so hard. The Persians are refining evil fire in the depths of the holy fire cave. They have defiantly refused to dismantle the underground core. How despicable. These are the American Eagles talking about nuclear weaponry. Dear leader, we have intercepted the highest order of the Persian village. Now is the perfect time to remove this thorn from our side. My White Eagle Alliance presides over the martial realm. Today is the day to clean house. Did it say all over under heaven? Whatever. Who knows the art of decapitation better than I? Dude, Chinese is a fast language. Holy, I'm like, they're speeding through. They can put so much text in this bad boy. God damn. Dude, I'm trying so hard. Oh my. Who knows the art of decapitation better than I? I want this earth only to obey me and my White Eagle Alliance. Who goes there? No! You White Eagle Alliance! It's his last decree. After I am dead, fight independently. As long as the holy fire... Oh, man. As long as the holy fire keeps burning, it can start a prairie fire. Yes, the Persian cats are Persian. The old village chief is dead. Persian village is leaderless. It should shortly fall into chaos. They are running on fumes. They are bluffing. Their dilapidated arsenal will never last for 3 days. Come along, Eagle. We won't be taking it easy on you. The Persian cat went crazy. They released a bunch of a bunch of wooden birds made of broken boards. It is but an insignificant pile of scrap. My golden flying needles will knock them all down. My leader, we can't go on like this. Dear leader, we can't go on like this. I just did the math. Their wooden birds cost at most 2 taels of silver. But each golden arrow we shoot costs at least 100. This is not war. This is feeding our treasury to the dog. Shut up. How can a white eagle be frightened by a few wooden broken pieces of wood? Keep shooting until it has no wood. Oh, bro. Oh, bro. Gulpa. Leader, we've seen masses of shadows on the mountain across the way. An attack might be afoot. Want to, what did that say? Sneak attack at night? You have ignored the signpost to heaven and barged through instead the unmarked door of hell. Load the sky-splitting thunderbolts of gold. Oh my god! No. And then they fire into a bunch of scarecrows. It's fucking pause frame. Just like The 12 golden thunderbolts costing 8,400 taels of silver fried a bunch of scarecrows. It just hits his abacus on the floor. No, not the little kid. Dude, what the fuck? Wait, it's actually working, bro. What the fuck? They know my one weakness, which is cats. You pride yourself on being upright and decent, yet you deal lethality towards innocent children. This blood feud is as deep as the ocean. Persian cats will not cease to seek revenge as long as we live. For revenge, the Persian cats blocked the only trading channel of the western regions. They cut off the trade of the White Eagle Alliance. Persian cat, you have gone crazy. You've sealed the way and nothing passes. You are the enemy of all living beings in the world. Help me eradicate this bandit. White Eagle, so what if your knife is sharp? I will cut you off at Heaven's Gorge. Who dares to help him? I will hit them too. Why do immortals fight and ordinary birds should suffer? Bro, I feel like we're all on a very Chinese time in our life right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I just know people saw this shit and they fucking... This shit hit. Leader, they are not coming. No one came. Boss, it's not normal for the Chamber of Commerce to be this quiet. They should all be terribly anxious. Have they all starved to death already? Chief, it does take a few more days to go the long way around. Taking the essence of iron around Heaven's Gorge, but going around the north face, we don't have to be beholden to the White Eagle. But without the White Eagle's golden tickets, what do we use? Jianghu is not for violence and strife. It's worldly wisdom. It's buying and selling. The Chamber of Commerce has long come to a conclusion. In the future, we can barter directly or mint a new coin. Oh no. Oh no. The sky is big. Let's find new allies. Can I just show you guys a poll that I saw recently that shows that the rest of the world is officially siding with China over the United States? No, not this. Oh, wow. No, not this. Where is it? No, this wasn't the chart I saw, but this one also shows the same thing. This one is from... Let me pull it up. This is from 2025. July 15th, 2025, but there was one recently that showed that it passed. And you can see here, across high-income countries, views of the U.S. and China are far more similar than in recent years. And this is median percent who have a favorable opinion of, and the U.S. is the green line at that is in 2021 at 63% favorable opinion, whereas in 2021, 24% favorable opinion of China, and they in 2025 basically were neck and neck at 35 and 32. But the recent study I saw, or the recent polling that I saw, was that China has officially surpassed the U.S. in terms of global perception. I'll see if I can find it. Anyways, let's finish this piece up. There's only like a minute left. It was leadership approval. White Eagle Alliance thinks that a sharp knife can coerce the world. Little do they know the mountains will stand. Green water flows. Oh. The true art of war is not in the fighting, but in the stopping. Yeah, China edges past US in global approval ratings. This is the one, the Gallup poll that I saw. This is from yesterday. This is literally from yesterday. And you can see China tops U.S. in leadership approval. And the question was, do you approve or disapprove of the job performance of the leadership of blank country? Reported statistics are the global medians. And you can see it's pretty funny that during the Trump presidency, the approval goes all the way down and then it shoots back up. So in 2016, it shot way the fuck down below China at 30%, but it was compared to 31 to 30%. Sorry, this is 2017 technically. And then Biden takes office in 2021. You can see U.S. leadership goes all the way, shoots up to 45%. China stays at 30%. And now in 2025, or like most recently, 2025, percentage approval of U.S. leadership is down to 31%. And China is up at 36%. All-time high in like almost, I would say, 2 decades. Ooh. Do nothing, win. Oh. Oh, no. White eagle on the downturn, guys. American century of humiliation continues, I suppose. I suppose it continues. Here, for anyone who wanted the link to that. Did we finish that? We did. Man, oh man. Oh, Lord. The next thing that I wanted to show all of you. So what do you mean, can I just ask a quick question here? What do you mean the president just is posting this shit on Truth Social?
3,000 years ago, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob delivered the ancient Israelites out of slavery and brought them into the promised land. It was an amazing period of time, just like today we have an amazing period of time. 3,000 years.
Trump called God bringing the Hebrews out of slavery in Egypt an amazing period of time and compared it to the United States under his presidency. Okay. What happened to church and state? See, that would stop Americans if they could read is the problem. It is insane that this is the message that the U.S. is sending to the rest of the world. Some pictures of cats in the DPRK. And it's Kim Jong-un pointing at some kittens. Oh, they're so cute. What life is like when you have nukes. This is what America has signaled to the rest of the world, by the way. I'm so glad. I cannot believe we lifted sanctions on the oil, just pretty much confirming that Iran is doing the right thing in terms of maintaining or trying to hold any power by closing the Strait of Hormuz. Like, we just told them, yeah, that was a great idea. Congrats. That was a good idea. Here you go. We're giving you the thing that we've promised you would get with negotiations for years, and then we never gave it to you. And now that you're actually holding an adversarial position, we'll give you exactly what you want. Great. That's a great way to communicate to the rest of the world that we're fucking idiots. Good. Good. Oh, man. Meanwhile, Republicans agree with the Pharaoh who wouldn't let the ancient Israelites go. Wait, what?
Just want to say something. I brought my Trump Bible with me. I just want to say, a lot of liberals come on this show and they're very disingenuous. They like to cherry pick from the Bible to justify illegal immigration. What Bible verses do they cherry pick?
That what you do to the least of thee, you've done to me.
Yeah.
Welcome foreigners from
love
foreign
the
lands.
foreigner. But I will say, just to be fair, they conveniently leave out this part, okay? This is from the Bible. I'm reading the Bible, excuse me.
Bow your head.
They've become far too numerous for us. Come, we must deal shrewdly with them, or they will become ever more numerous. And if war breaks out, we'll join our enemies. So get them up and out of the land.
Hang on.
Yes.
Hang on. Walter, the Pharaoh said that, bro.
Yeah, this is from the Pharaoh. He was talking about how to deal with the Jews.
Yeah. That wasn't Jesus. That was the Pharaoh.
Wait, and then what happened?
And you guys all sided with him. That was the best part.
We need to stop listening to socialist, leftist Jesus.
Yeah.
And start listening to the Pharaoh. Jesus was a carpenter. The Pharaoh built the pyramids of Giza. What did Jesus build? He was a carpenter. Show me one building that he made. Meanwhile,
Oh no! Jesus is getting brutally frame mocked, bro.
Pharaoh built the pyramids of Giza. Okay, huge buildings. Yeah. We need to start listening to the Pharaoh. This is the Trump Bible, by the way. I will not have you disparage. Yeah. Just want to say something.
Bro, stop, dude. This is like a hate crime against stupid people, man. You can't use their books against them, bro. They didn't read the books. Did you hear that the Greater Israel Project is expanding to the area of Argentina that mysteriously caught fire last year? I did see the initial reporting on that. Walter Masterson is a treasure. Yeah, Why is the hashtag BBL? Wait. Wait a minute. Wait. Ignore that? Oh, okay. All right. Well, if you say so. All right, so I wanted to show you guys this. For those of you who haven't seen it, get to the title. This is good, right, guys? That the U.S. is covering up American casualties. Casualty cover-up. The Pentagon is hiding U.S. losses under Trump in the Middle East. The Pentagon has sent outdated statements on the number of U.S. troops killed or wounded during the Iran war, resulting in undercounts. Almost 750 U.S. troops have been wounded or killed in the Middle East since October 2023, an analysis by the Intercept has found, but the Pentagon won't acknowledge it. U.S. Central Command, or CENTCOM, which oversees military operations in the Middle East, appears to be engaged in what a defense official called a casualty cover-up, offering the Intercept lowball and outdated figures and failing to provide clarifications on military deaths and injuries. Well, luckily, there's no track record on, like, just as like a random example, like lying about jobs, right? Like it's not like the Trump administration has like lied about like job growth or job creation or jobs gained or potentially even jobs lost. Just as like a random, just like as a random measure, you know, that hasn't happened. I'm getting word that it did happen multiple times. On every jobs report. Oh, okay. Well, continuing. At least 15 U.S. troops were wounded Friday in an Iranian attack on a Saudi airbase that hosts American troops, according to two government officials who spoke with The Intercept. Hundreds of U.S. personnel have been killed or injured in the region since the U.S. launched a war on Iran just over a month ago. President Donald Trump, who wore a blue suit, red tie, and a ball cap to the dignified transfer of the first Americans killed in the war, said the casualties were inevitable. Oh. That's my president. That's my president. I love when the Americans die and the president says it was inevitable. Some of you may die. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Haha. The No New Wars guy is sending people to their death? Who could have imagined this? 750 people can't fit into a jet. Liberal. When you have conflicts like this, you always have death. He said afterward, I met the parents and they were unbelievable people. They were unbelievable people, but they all had one thing in common. They said to me, one thing, every single one, finish the job, sir, please. Finish the job. Do you guys remember when Trump said that a former president spoke to him and said that he's so grateful that Trump is going to war with Iran because they wanted to go to war with Iran and they couldn't do it? And then there was a fact check, and all of the living ex-presidents said that they never said that to him. Oh, okay. I think what he meant was the former Israeli president. I think what he meant was the current Israeli president. I'm going to be honest with you. He was actually just talking in the mirror. On Tuesday, Trump teased that he would wind down the war with Iran in as little as 2 weeks, despite not achieving many of his stated aims, such as freedom for the people of Iran and taking the oil in Iran and forcing Iran's unconditional surrender. At one point, the president even declared that the war would last as long as necessary to achieve our objective of peace throughout the Middle East and indeed the world. Oh, okay. CENTCOM has sent outdated statements on casualty numbers, meanwhile resulting in undercounts, including a statement sent Monday from a spokesperson, Captain Tim Hawkins, noting that since the start of Operation Epic Fury, approximately 303 service members have been wounded. The comment was 3 days old and excluded at least 15 wounded in the Friday attack on Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. The command did not reply to repeated requests for updated figures. CENTCOM would also not provide a count of troops who have died in the region since the start of the war. An Intercept analysis put the number at no less than 15. This quite obviously is a subject that War Secretary Pete Hegseth and the White House want to keep under major wraps, said the defense official who spoke on the condition of anonymity in order to speak frankly. In 2024, during the Biden administration, the Pentagon provided the Intercept with detailed chronologies of attacks on U.S. bases in the Middle East that listed the specific outpost that was attacked, the type of strike, whether and how many casualties resulted, along with an aggregate count of attacks by country. The Trump administration numbers, by comparison, lack detail and clarity. The current CENTCOM casualty figures do not appear to include more than 200 sailors treated for smoke inhalation or otherwise injured due to a fire that raged across the USS Gerald Ford before it limped off to Sauda Bay, Greece for repair. CENTCOM did not reply to a dozen requests for clarification on the casualty count and related information sent this week. Oh, that's good. You know, personally, I like when the U.S. government is as vague as possible and is not accountable to the American people, and we have no idea when and if the war will end and how many casualties there will be. Personally, I think it's very similar to the perfect strategy of you can't have COVID if you don't test for COVID. Yeah. Iranian strikes have forced U.S. troops to retreat from their bases to hotels and office buildings across the region, according to two government officials. The defense official was livid about the Pentagon's failure to adequately harden the bases and ridiculed Hegseth's Tuesday prayer at a Pentagon press conference. Quote, may God watch over all of them each day and each night. May his almighty and eternal arms of providence stretch over them and protect them, said Hegseth. The defense official asked, why didn't Hegseth protect them? Anyone with a brain knew these attacks were coming. Oh. Surely Hegseth firing a bunch of people is a good idea, right?
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth fired the U.S. Army Chief of Staff, General Randy George, and 2 other top Army generals on Thursday.
We'll just replace them with some of the Doge people.
That come as the U.S. appears poised to intensify strikes, and the Pentagon is weighing a potential ground invasion in Iran. In a post, Chief Pentagon spokesman Sean Parnell framed General George's firing as a retirement, effective immediately. A U.S. official told CNN that senior Army leadership had been caught off guard. Quote, "It doesn't feel like a very thought-out decision," unquote. Now, I have been personally covering General Randy George's career for about 15 years. I wrote a book in 2012 about the ill-fated combat outpost Keating, which had been, in 2006, placed in a dangerous position in Afghanistan. Then Colonel Randy George and his Lieutenant Colonel Brad Brown tried to shut down that outpost in 2008 because of the precarious position it was in, although their warnings were not heeded with any urgency. And then Cop Keating was devastatingly attacked in 2009. Those who know General Randy George consider him to be well-respected, smart, strategic, someone who acts with the best interests of his service members and the United States at the top of his mind. His dismissal, along with that of Chief of Chaplains Major General William Green Jr. and Commander of Army Transformation and Training Command General David Hodney, are just the latest in a string of abrupt firings that Hegseth has carried out inside the Pentagon since he took office. Hegseth has fired more than a dozen senior military officers over the last year. In fact, he's almost completely remade the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Just 2 officials.
So I feel compelled to show more Iranian trolling. I don't know if I've showed this before. I don't think I had the chance to show it yesterday. I might have. This shit is like burned into my brain. My retinas, when I close my eyes, this is all I see. An Iranian embassy trolling the Trump administration over Pete Hegseth's purge of the U.S. military mid-war. And it's the Iranian embassy. I think I did maybe show this. It sounds familiar. But the Iranian embassy tweeting out and saying, "The regime change happened successfully, MAGA." And it's a bunch of generals that have been fired, or high-ranking military members that have been fired by Pete Hegseth. The only thing that would make this troll even better, by the way, is if Iran did one of those edits, like the is it Survivor, or is it which? It's like a reality TV show where they like fade the person out of the image. Maybe I'm thinking of like America's Top Model or something. I don't actually remember. I feel like a lot of shows do it. This is Is it Big Brother? I've never watched Big Brother, so I don't think that's what I'm thinking of. Top Model did that? Okay, well, I'm sure lots of shows have done it. Need to do a Hell's Kitchen edit with the picture going up in flames. No! Oh, fuck. All right, well...
remain from before President Trump took office. Marine Corps Commandant General Eric Smith and Chief of Space Operations General B. Chance Saltzman. Now, you might have noticed if you look at that photo, Hegseth's version of the Joint Chiefs, those are entirely white men, despite the fact that as of 2024, nearly 33% of active duty service members are of color and nearly 18% are women. Hegseth made it quite clear that that type of representation in the top ranks does not matter to him.
The era of DEI is gone at the Defense Department, and we need the best and brightest. Physical standards must be high and gender neutral. If women can make it, excellent. If not, it is what it is. We're reviving the warrior ethos. We're eliminating the distractions and the debris. No more DEI.
No more DEI, only DUI. Yes, I want all of my pilots. I don't want to see any anxious pilots in the sky. All right? We are now introducing an excellent cup holder for all pilots, okay? It can fit any type of alcoholic drink. We made a bigger one if you're feeling brave and, you know, you're a big, strong man and you kind of need a full, what are they called? Handle. So there's a smaller one that should fit a beer and a larger one that'll fit a full, like, handle for all of my enjoyers out there, because I don't want to see any anxious pilots in the sky. Okay, no more flying. Don't fly. Don't be anxious and fly. Okay, drink and fly like a good responsible American soldier. Can I vape too? No, we're not. No. Don't be crazy. Okay, we're trying to look cool out there. Need a Zin cup holder. Shut up. The helmets will also have straws and double as beer holders. No. No. Cigarettes are okay. Yeah, cigarettes are okay. We're bringing back the smoking section in the new F-35s. All right. All right. Anon, holy, thank you for the 50 gifties. What the hell? Yeah, thank you. Everybody, if you got a gifted sub, say thank you, all right? What the? Thanks. Surzan, thank you for the 10 gifties. Maple Takes, thank you so much for the 17 months. What the? Thanks, guys. You guys are trying to make me game. It won't happen. It won't happen. I will never game. No, I'm kidding. I actually am very excited to game. I actually am. I feel like we're getting close to the end game. We're getting close. For anyone who doesn't know, for any new gamers in here, we will be doing gaming stream after this. We reach the goal, and we are only like 100 subs away from reaching that goal. And then I have to do the nausea level on fucking Leon Kennedy, and then we have soon Grace time. Yes, we will be finishing Resident Evil 9. Dude, I can't believe we're gonna finish a game on stream. What the fuck? Who is she? I have done more gaming, I think, than Hasan has in his whole career. Bro, Hasan who? Omega lol, bro. But thank you for the 10 gifties. Thank you. Hammond Fist, thank you for the 37 months. God Machina, thank you for the 7 months. Voodoo, thank you for the 5. Atlantic Tuna, thank you for the 10. Masochist, thank you for the 11 months. Thanks, guys. Also, just as an opportunity to do so anyways, I do want to say thank you for all the support. I really appreciate it. This stream is one of the few streams on Twitch where you don't get berated and molested by ads every second of every minute of every hour of this stream. This is a totally ad-free stream, one of the very few streams on Twitch that are completely and totally ad-free. And it is also a completely sponsor-free segment or sponsor-free stream. I have not taken a sponsor in, I think, years. So if you want to support this channel, please know this channel only exists. This broadcast, this show, this stream only exists because of viewers like you, or viewers like you. And I rely on your support to be able to do this show, to be able to yap, to be able to say what I want to say, and call Peak Express a DUI hire. So I want to say thank you. If you have a Prime sub that's sitting around collecting dust, feel free to throw it my way if you enjoy the broadcast. If you find yourself watching this stream more often than you do any other subscription service, more than Hulu, Tboo, Mubi, whatever the fuck else they have out there, I would really appreciate a sub. If you have a tier 1 or tier 2 or tier 3, it is the best way to support the channel, and it would mean a lot. Mubi, Pooba, Shido, Beepoo. Yeah, you guys know. Poob has it for you. Yeah. So yeah, I would really appreciate it. It would mean a lot. And it is a great way to support the channel. Tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3 subs are the best way to support the channel. Otherwise, you can also gift some subs to another chatter who is sitting around naked and afraid and pantsless. Sad and pantsless. I'm looking at you, chat. Yeah. Yeah, fucking disgusting, dude. Fucking disgusting. Cancer tyranny. Yeah, chat pants that guy. Yeah, pants him. How does she know? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I fucking know. It's Saturday morning. Of course I don't got pants on. What? Yeah, pants him. Pants him. Shido is increasing their sub prices. Fucking ridiculous. Shut up. But Pug Daddy, thank you so much for the 5 gifties. Susan, Yeezy, Hido, Nix, Just, Spotted, Panel, thank you guys for the Prime. Mudkip, thank you for the 5 gifties. Pika, thank you so much for the 3 months. Hellblazer, thank you for the 13. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Well, we're pretty close, chat. We're pretty close. I like to rock the Winnie the Pooh while I work. Don't give me pants. Yeah, pants him. Yeah, pants him. Yeah, pants him. All right. Yeah, Mods pants him. All right, we have what was I gonna say? Did you ever play the RE4 remake? No. Too scary. Wait, no, that's the one with sorry, I'm thinking of the RE2 one. No, I haven't played the RE4 remake. Maybe we should do that next. Sorry, I meant RE2. The RE2 remake is so scary. I was like I don't want to play against Nemesis. I don't want to do that, actually. Gulpa. RE2 remake is insanely scary. It's so scary. Christ, dude. Nemesis is 3. Whatever the enemy is in 2, bro. All right. Now, RE4, I want to play RE4. That's the one where you go save the president's daughter or whatever the fuck, right? Okay.
Two of the first leaders Hegseth let go were former Joint Chiefs Chair General C.Q. Brown, the second black officer to hold that post, and Chief of Naval Operations Lisa Franchetti, the first woman to lead the U.S. Navy. Just last week, the New York Times reported that in an extraordinarily rare move, Hegseth was actively blocking the promotions of 4 Army officers. Officials saying 2 of the officers are black, 2 of them are women. Parnell defended the promotion process to the New York Times as apolitical and unbiased, unquote. The New York Times reports that Army Secretary Dan Driscoll repeatedly refused to let Hegseth strike those officers' names from the promotion list. Officials told the Times that Driscoll took heat from Hegseth's chief of staff, the controversial Ricky Berea, for promoting Major General Antoinette Gant to command the military district of Washington. The Times reporting, quote, Mr. Berea told Mr. Driscoll that President Trump would not want to stand next to a black female officer at military events, the official said, unquote. Berea denies that story. Driscoll is someone Hegseth perceives as a threat, sources tell CNN. Unsurprisingly, he has worked closely with the now retired General Randy George. Hegseth's firing sprees targeting women, targeting people of color, or even just those he feels personally threatened by. This all comes as the U.S. is weighing a further escalation in the already unpopular war in Iran, a ground invasion that could potentially risk the lives of thousands of troops, which only 11% of U.S. adults polled by CNN support. In that same poll, incidentally,
I've been muted the whole time like an idiot. You have to understand CNN legally has to have that horrible scratching noise in the middle of any of their videos. It's kind of like, you guys ever see like those watermarks on audio where it's like DJ music tracks on top of it like every 5 seconds? That's the CNN watermark. It's just this horrible, horrible scratching noise for no fucking reason other than to make us suffer. Why are we here? Just to suffer, bro. Also, Chad, I have to pee so fucking bad, but I want to say, Contraband, thank you for the 20 gifties. Thank you so much. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. Weapon, thank you for the gift sub. Captain, thank you so much for the 5 months. Thank you. Shoegaze, thank you for the 15. You should play RE7. It's super action focused, not scary at all. Pep Peepo smile. Bro, I watched a couple Let's Plays. The Let's Plays were too scary for me, bro.
Secretary Hegseth himself is registering at a 35% approval.
I was like doing the pissa dance where you're like, oh, I gotta pee. Like, what the fuck am I doing? Stupid ass. Having ADHD is just like, your brain is just, does stupid shit. It's just like, the autopilot is just to do the stupidest things for no fucking reason.
With 65% of the American people disapproving. And now, without the guidance of tenured military officials who have served for decades honorably, that guidance, because Secretary Hegseth is either dismissed or hamstrung for reasons that remain unclear to even top military officers. Now the Trump administration is scrambling to prove to the American people that there is a clear plan for the war in Iran and that it's worth the costs of thousands of U.S. troops that they're putting in harm's way. Let's bring in Washington Post reporter Dan Lamont, who covers the Pentagon, and the military has broken a lot of these stories. Dan, can you put in perspective what the firing of General Randy George will mean for the leadership of the Pentagon right now?
Yeah, I mean, Randy George has been in the Army for more than 40 years. I met him just maybe a year or two after you did, when he was a one-star general at the Army War College in Pennsylvania. He's a thoughtful guy. I honestly have no idea which party he would belong to politically. He kind of adheres to that old school nonpartisan sort of idea that you would hope for in your generals.
So a source familiar with what happened tells me that this was entirely, the firing was entirely about these promotions and personnel matters. That's the reason, and that General George requested a meeting with Hegseth. Hegseth refused to give it to him, and they fired him and leaked it to the media at the same time. What's going on here? Why would Hegseth do this?
I think this is a significant final data point in sort of the Randy George Army saga under Hegseth. I do think it's more complex than it being just about this event. My own reporting would suggest that there's been sort of this churn on this. How long will Randy George last? Whether or not Randy George is acceptable to Hegseth, really going back many months. And that Dan Driscoll, who had really kind of hit a good teamwork kind of vibe with the general, really did like him, really did want to keep him, and was increasingly frustrated trying to make the case to Secretary Hegseth.
What was the issue beyond the issue of personnel and promotions? What are the other issues?
I mean, I think some of it is the senior Pentagon staff right now. There are people who literally are combing through biographies, combing through past testimony, looking for what they said on diversity 3, 5, 7 years ago, and kind of building a dossier of sorts, trying to assemble who kind of fits the mold they're looking for. Randy George had served under the Biden administration. Randy George specifically had been a senior military assistant to Lloyd Austin, Biden's defense secretary. In testimony, when asked candid questions, he was in favor of diversity as part of a broader effort to have unit cohesion in the Army.
There are thousands of troops deployed to the Middle East right now, as we all wait to see if the U.S. is going to commence with a ground operation in Iran. Is there a sense that there's any confidence that give us the sense of confidence in Hegseth's leadership among those who are directly impacted in the U.S. military?
I think it's pretty divided. I don't think by any means it's universally against. There are people who really kind of buy into his lethality rhetoric, but there is significant concern that he's perhaps not fully appreciating the gravity of this situation, particularly when you look at things today, like the pilot down on the ground. This is something that was a foreseeable circumstance in a serious campaign with numerous aircraft up against a country that also has anti-aircraft.
Dan Lamont, The Washington Post. Thank you so much. Good to have you.
Sorry, guys. I felt like washing my hands this time. I felt like taking my time, and then I felt like washing my hands like a fucking degenerate, like a normal person. 11% approval, by the way, for bombing Iran is crazy when 30% of Republicans support bombing Agrabah, the fictional country from Aladdin. Correct. No, and the thing is, if this is the approval rating at the start of the war, it's only going to get worse. It can only get worse from here. I think Iran at this point, this is just my personal speculation, considering that Iran has made, seemingly in terms of war, I don't know if you would call it theory, has made the correct choices consistently across the board, that they have only attacked and struck American facilities or U.S. allied facilities and bases, that they have consistently followed through with all of their warnings, that more so game theory, that all of the things that they've said that they would attack, if they were struck, they've done. They said they were going to close the Strait of Hormuz if X, Y, and Z. They've followed through with everything that they said, very predictably, They have not acted in a way that has been unpredictable. I think it would be very bizarre for them to attack the United States, which is also probably why, I got distracted for a second. It's also probably the reason why everyone was suspicious when it was like, there's going to be a drone attack in California. It's like, how are we supposed to assume that this is not a false flag attack? Iran has tried consistently to not escalate beyond what is a reasonable response because they know that they don't get to get away with it the way that Israel gets to get away with it and the way that the United States gets to get away with it. If the U.S. is here at this point right now with like 20-30% approval for this war, it's only going to get worse as we send people to die. Like, it's... I saw this fucking Cope post. This actually might make you guys smile. You guys might actually enjoy this. Hold up. Wait, not this. No. Also, I'm sorry I missed it when I was dipping. But Violet, thank you for the 5 gifties, by the way. Thank you. Hold. Let me see if I can find it. No. Maybe I bookmarked it. No. We got to the category of the section of I guess I didn't even save it. I saw this like the world's dumbest Asmongold clip where he's like, we will only win if we do all of the goals that we originally set out to in Iran. So we need a full regime change. It's like, bruh. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get that. Can we be real for just 5 seconds? Here it is. This is the most hilarious like copium.
Outcomes counts as a real win. What signs would tell you the U.S. is sliding into a deeper entanglement? The only thing that I want to see come out of Iran is complete regime destruction. I want to see total regime change and the dismantling of the IRGC completely and the removal of the Islamic theocracy. I think anything less than that is a failure.
By the way, U.S. intelligence has already suggested that the idea of regime change, the idea that the U.S. could achieve regime change in Iran is nonsensical. It's not happening. That's not happening. The U.S., by this guy's metrics, will lose.
That's my opinion. Would your actual...
It's just pathetic. It's just pathetic. Oh, Lord. And God forbid you point out how fucking stupid that idea is. It's like, well, you're an Iranian sympathizer.
Sir, there is rarely a good time to do a shakeup in the military. And now Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has pushed out 3 generals during wartime. First, U.S. Army Chief of Staff General...
It kind of struck me how much that sounded like Israel talking points. I'm just saying, bro, someone's paying those bills. I'm just saying, I don't think a Tim Pool situation here is unheard of or unreasonable or a crazy assumption to make.
Randy George was ordered to retire yesterday, and now we've learned 2 more generals have been forced out. Major General William Green Jr., who served as the Chief of Chaplains, and General David Hodney, commander of the Army Transformation and Training Command. Now the military is missing critical combat experience as the war with Iran enters week 6. And joining me now, retired U.S. Army Lieutenant General Russell Honore. General, good to see you again. Let me ask you about these 3 generals who have been pushed out by Secretary Hegseth. The Pentagon has not given an explicit reason for why they were fired. What do you make of the dismissals?
Well, I've been quite two traditional as well as decisions about the...
Guys, is it good to fire all of your experienced generals in the middle of a war?
Going into boots on the ground in Iran, that the secretary, the chief of staff of the army would have had some major input on. The boots on the ground decision, when and where. His job is to prepare. His job is to make sure all the air defenses that's been defending our allies are prepared. and sometime I've served on the Joint Chiefs of Staff as a 2-star general. The service chiefs do have a vote and try to influence the decisions made by the Secretary of Defense and by the President. And I sense with this Secretary of Defense, disagreement means dissent, and that if there's not good discussions on what decision is going to be made and how they're going to do it, then they serve no purpose. I think what he's looking for is yes people, loyalists who will do what he says.
I mean, this is literally just the entire Trump administration plan is to just get a bunch of sycophants who will never question him and that he can fire whenever he feels like firing. Oh my God, dude. Crash Money, thank you so much for the 25 gift subs. Thank you so much. Gaming, let's fucking go, gaming. Yeah, I think we might be gaming. I think we might be gaming. Again, though, I have to say, there's something just so amazing about the fact that, like, you can stake your entire career on Trumpism and dedicate your life to appealing to Trump and appeasing MAGA, and then the day that he decides he just doesn't fuck with you anymore, he'll just send you off to go fucking die. He's like, yeah, you know what? After you just, like, destroyed your reputation and your credibility, good luck. You're fired. Sorry. You make me look bad. So yeah, I need to get rid of you. And then also, for example, with the case with Pam Bondi, he replaced Pam Bondi temporarily with Todd Blanche, but like, and there's word that maybe a different Fox News host will replace Todd Blanche. Please just send us into full clownhood, bro. Sure, why the fuck not, bro? If I have to see Clavicular talking about how he increased the size of his dick by putting weights on it on my goddamn timeline, you know what? Why shouldn't another Fox News host be the Secretary of War or be the AG? Why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Clavicular did what? Testicular did what? Huh? Wait, one thing at a time, chat. Calm down. That actually works though, Denim? Okay. Can't relate. My dick is already 500 meters long. Did you guys see this shit? Todd Blanche was asked, are we releasing the names of the predators and the pedophiles? And this is what he said.
You said this is the end of the Epstein, of your review of the Epstein files. So just to clarify, is the public going to learn the identities of the men who abused the girls with the information that you're releasing? And if not, why not? And then I have a quick follow-up.
I mean, you just baked in an assumption into your question that I have never said and I don't know to be true. Is the public going to learn about men that abuse these girls? Like, what does that mean? I mean, I don't understand what that means.
I don't understand what that means. What it means to say, is the public gonna learn about the men that were raping girls? What does that mean exactly? I just don't know what that means.
Well, I mean, they're the men who abused the young women through Epstein's.
Look, we said in July, and it remains as true today as it was in July. If we had information, we meaning the Department of Justice, about men who abused women, we would prosecute them, right? We talked about the work that we're doing. That's why I said that. I said this earlier. There's this built-in assumption that somehow there's this hidden tranche of information. Assumption based on Pam Bondi saying she had the client list and the files on her desk. Where's the assumption when you guys were the ones telling us you're ready to release it and go after all of the rapists? You guys were the ones who told us that. Information of men that we know about that we're covering up or that we're choosing not to prosecute. That is not the case. I don't know whether there are men out there that abuse these women. Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Jesus. And because you guys asked. Sure, you know what, man? If this is what I see on my feed, why shouldn't Keg's Breath show up to work drunk?
There's another thing that I'll do called shopping bag hanging. No, wait, no. You're
with me. There's no way it's called shopping bag hanging.
Yeah. So what you're doing is you're taking a bag, you're filling with items, like, you know, put some weights in there. I'd usually put like 5-10 pounds of weights, and then you're just going to hold on your shaft after you wrap the bag around your wrist. And I would usually do that while I was driving.
Nah, you're with me, bro.
No, I'm not fucking
No,
with you.
wait. So what position are you in? I'm trying to understand this. So you're like pulling it, like.
No, so you just gotta hold on, you know what I'm saying? Just try with one arm and hope you don't pull up with a stoplight next to
So wait, what are you trying to accomplish with
You're
this?
stretching your suspensory ligament.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, why while driving? Why not just do that at home? Why while driving? If you're gonna do some crazy shit like this, why? You know what, dude? Can I say, I can't believe women got shamed for stupid things like, I'm trying to think of like a great example. I'm like blanking. I feel like there were a lot of like old wives' tales and like folklore or whatever about like what you can do to improve X, Y, and Z thing as like a woman, and it's totally nonsensical. No, not lip fillers. I'm talking about like shit that like you can just do at home or whatever. But I'm not like remembering any. I'm like blanking on everything for some bizarre reason. Pimple patch in public. No. I'm talking about like shit that probably doesn't work, but maybe does. The shaking machines were a thing. The suction cups to lip thing. Yeah, but that actually fucking worked. It was stupid, but like it actually worked. Peptides. No, peptides work. Eating green papayas makes breasts bigger. What the huh? I've never even heard of that in my life. What are you talking about? Oh my god, yes. You guys remember the I forgot about that. The Kegel stones or whatever. Okay, to be quite honest with you, I actually don't know if those work. Those always seemed really fucking stupid to me. But that's a great example. Yeah, the jade eggs or whatever. I don't know if it works. Olive oil. Oh, yes. That's another one. Olive oil boob massages to make your boobs get bigger. I feel like women got shamed for a lot of stupid shit that they did. And I feel like no one knew about all the stupid shit that potentially some men were doing. Probably an equal number of crazy women doing crazy shit. Because what the fuck is this? At least women had the decency to do most of it, I think, at home. What do you mean you're fucking wrapping 5 pounds around your dick and then driving like that, grabbing your shit? What the hell? What the fuck? Why are you doing that why not do that at home? I don't understand.
And so you're just pulling it.
Yeah. So you're hanging. So you do that for like an hour a day. And
an hour a day? Oh my god.
You know, you could gain like half an inch.
And you decided, but you do this while driving.
Yeah. Well, that was just like the most convenient time to do it. You know?
And so are there actually studies that prove that like that would help?
This was just like a thing I learned from Leo on longevity. You know?
Okay.
And like
from what?
There's I don't think there's studies, but like just a lot of anecdotes on Reddit.
Oh my god. Okay. Doing some shit because someone on Reddit said it worked is a crazy commitment. Committing to doing something an hour a day for God knows how long because someone on Reddit said it is insane. It's actually the craziest thing I've ever said or heard.
This is like something that people do.
And would you have to do this at a certain time, like when you're going through puberty?
No, you could do this at any point in your life. You're just stretching a ligament.
This must be similar to the dick pump thing.
Yeah, that also works at any point in the life.
You could just also not do that. You could just not do that. I just don't. I don't know that you got a dick max, bro, man. I don't know. So you know what? If we live in that world, why can't we live in the world where the president is Trump? Sure. Why not? Why not, dude? The drive-through gooner was actually just stretching.
And how he said do it as opposed to following the
I
customs
just exploded that chatter with my mind.
and traditions of the military that we want to have active debate before we do something. I don't think he tolerates that. If you go question him on why did you take those officers off the promotion list? Why are we changing the rank of the chaplains? Maybe we ought to discuss this. He does not tolerate any discussion. He's got a big ego problem, and that could have long-standing impact to our military.
General Russell Honore, thank you so much for being with me this evening. Always good to see you.
Good evening. God bless America, and hope we can find that pilot.
Indeed.
Tonight, a shakeup at the Pentagon amid the ongoing war in Iran. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has fired the Army's top general. And a source tells CNN that Hegseth told Army Chief of Staff General Randy George to retire immediately. 2 other senior leaders are also out. Another source reveals that the decision to fire George was abrupt, but expected. George and Hegseth had been at odds for months after Hegseth blocked the promotion of several Army officers, including 2 women and 2 who are Black. The source says that George demanded to see Hegseth about the issue, but Hegseth denied the meeting. The purge comes just days after President Trump signaled that the U.S. would intensify strikes in Iran, and as the Pentagon weighs a potential ground invasion. Isaiah Martin is here with us. It is, even outside of all of the interpersonal drama, of which there is plenty about this, we're in the middle of a war. And the Army Chief of Staff and to just be purging members of the top military brass in this moment just seems unwise, if not just a great gift to our enemies in terms of what they can say about us in this moment.
No. Getting rid of seasoned generals for no fucking reason in the middle of war is actually a good thing.
They think that the Iranian regime couldn't have seen or gotten something better for them in this instance. I think ultimately what's happening right now is that the United States military is saying that we're completely have a leadership that is just simply, we don't understand where we're going. I'm particularly concerned about the fact that, the target seems to be moving consistently. I know for this, first it said that there was not going to.
Maybe when President Trump and Kegsbreath were talking about total regime change, they just meant like the United States will have a total regime change and a collapse. Maybe that's what they mean.
Then we see reports that there could potentially be one. I think that's an issue, and the fact that we're seeing this change.
How the fuck did they find Dracula? What the hell?
The leadership right now, I think, is
what the
sign that we don't really know what's going on.
I think to provide some context for it, right? So the armed services, so the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, their job is what we call man, train, and equip. Their job is to recruit the forces, train them, and make sure they're equipped to go to war. And then when we fight a war, there's a 4-star commander in charge of the combatant commands around the world, where we're basically broken up worldwide in geography, and there's a 4-star responsible for fighting in the different areas. So right now the war is being fought by U.S. Central Command. So there's a 4-star commander, Admiral Brad Cooper, down in Tampa, who's responsible for the fight. The Army's job is to transfer forces in accordance with the war plan if there's ground troops or the Navy or the Air Force, regardless. So the folks that were let go today or that were fired, you had the chief of chaplains. There's been a problem where I think the secretary said he had an issue with what he saw as secular humanism in the chaplains corps ranks. You want to
I just want to note that
is the purpose of Dracula just to frame mog everybody else? I don't understand. They're not even letting him speak.
The first time that the chief of chaplains has ever been fired.
Oh, yeah, in the history of the military.
It's a 4-year term.
In the history of the military, it's the first time there. The chief of the training side, he said issues with training, and then General George, you just mentioned, had an issue going back to that. But this is part of a series of firings that we've seen across the administration. And I think, as you noted, just in terms of demographics, women make up about 20% of the military, a little bit less than that, a little bit less than 8% of the
woke alert.
17%. And then the general officer ranks only about 8%. But there's been a disproportionate number of women and minority general officers that were fired. And the argument's kind of coming back. Are they being fired because they're minorities, and whether it's gender or ethnic or racial minorities, or is this for another reason? I think the secretary is coming back and saying that some people were put in positions they shouldn't have been in as a result of that. Other people are saying no, that they deserve to be there, and you're firing them as a result. And that's the two sides of the argument people are making.
And General George, as well as the Army Secretary. So let's not forget the Secretary.
I saw a post that was incredible, and it kind of hit the same way that do you guys remember that one Lauren Southern article that was like, I can't believe the far-right white nationalist incredibly bigoted men are sexist. No one told me that the people who believe in hierarchies would also believe in hierarchies against women. I just didn't know that. But I'm a woman. And now the leopard took my face. How could this happen? I saw the same shit with like this stupid fucking article being like, is the Trump administration sexist? It's like, oh, you were just finding out they had a raping girls island and you're asking this now? Now we're asking this. Amazing, incredible. No word. Literally lock her up, bro. Are we joking? Are we serious? All right. Let me see if I can pull these articles up for people who haven't seen either.
Army is a political appointee. So you have here the civilian and the military leadership of the Army working very closely together. And apparently that was part of Hegseth's problem, is that he had these two people working closely together.
Yeah, and just a little bit of context on that. I mean, CNN's reporting is that Randy George was very close to Army Secretary Dan Driscoll, and Hegseth perceived Driscoll as a threat and at times had a contentious relationship with him. Driscoll is also close to J.D. Vance, has been mentioned as a possible replacement for Hegseth. Yep. Hegseth's, since Signalgate, since that chat where he was sharing classified information, he seems to be on shaky ground, or at least his perception of his job. And there's some reporting that this is a result of that.
I will say it so you don't have to. He is signaling that he is a very insecure leader right now because he's getting rid of expertise surrounding him. General George brought the Army out of a massive recruitment crisis back in 2020, one of the worst we've seen. He brought it back to full force. He moved to adapt to, and accommodate for the cheap drones and acquisition of cheap drones that we're seeing prevalent in the war in Ukraine, which, oh, by the way, happened to be drones from Iran. So he was doing what he was supposed to do. Him and Secretary Driscoll also both spoke up about the fact that people don't get on these lists for flags to become general officers without having exemplary service. So I find it very interesting that somebody apolitical in the Army Chief of Staff, somebody
apolitical, wears a MAGA hat, many such cases.
Republican appointed under Trump, that is who the current Secretary of War is going after.
Jason?
Well, I think Pete Hegseth plays a huge role in
recruitment. Oh my God, he speaks.
And I think that's a key reason why you're seeing so many more people volunteering to serve. I think if you don't have trust in the people around you, whether or not they come with expertise, and I have no doubt that they came with expertise, but it's kind of useless if you don't actually trust it. We don't know really what was behind this. Now, again, the reporting suggests that there's some conflict or tension between the two from a personality perspective, perhaps. Maybe this was a case of align versus agree, and they could do neither. But when you're in a position like this, you have to make sure that you trust the people around you. When General McChrystal was fired during the Afghanistan war by President Obama because he downplayed the importance of, at the time, Vice President Joe Biden, while it was obviously a news story, I don't recall some of the same framing. Now, this could be a huge deal, right, at the end of this. We don't know. Right now, it doesn't appear to be a huge deal as far as readiness is concerned with what's going on in Iran right this moment.
But it does say a lot about Pete Hegseth, for sure.
Well, because without knowing his reason.
Well, it says, I mean, you're saying we don't know, but there's actually a lot of reporting that suggests that there are several reasons, including insecurity, as Naira pointed out, but also, I mean, his hand or attempt to have a hand in personnel decisions has been something that across the forces, not just in the Army, has been a problem for senior leadership.
It looks like Ben Shapiro after 4 years of mad. Leave him alone. Widow's Peak and massive eyebrows are a wild look. Seeing so much Widow's Peak slander, chat. Stop. All right? I'm a Widow's Peak haver in hiding. Please.
He's taking a list of potential one-star promotions that doesn't get political, that is merit-based, that's based on a long process in the military. And he's striking individual names, which, you know, according to the
He's actually anti-blood for oil because he needs the blood to live. He's like, guys, we can't just send out these troops to go die in Iran. The blood is all getting wasted, bro. I could be drinking it. Are you kidding me? And it's just getting wasted. Now no one is drinking it. You know, vampires have to eat too, man. Okay.
It's not even clear if it's legal for him to do that. So there's the broader picture is of somebody who is a defense secretary who is dealing with both some personality drama, but also has a leadership style that's resulting in mass firings. I'm not sure mass firings are ever really a good sign.
The pattern that I see, and it's not true in every instance, but the pattern
Silence, chat. I'll hearken in speaking.
that I'm seeing is Secretary Hegseth resents dissent and disagreement, and he resents anyone who he believes is a holdover from the Biden administration. He wants to pick his team. He doesn't want a team that was picked for him.
Wow, not going full-blown deep-throating Trump. Kind of almost impressive.
And that is largely
Bro's name is Pete. See, dude, I would hate my parents if they named me Pete and my last name was C. I'd be mad too, man. I would be so fucking mad.
He's been targeting with these firings are people who he feels like he was stuck with. And to Jason's point, he wants people that he trusts, not people that he's told to trust, but people that he trusts.
But I mean, let's be honest. I mean, this is the military. Virtually.
You watched the new Amon video on Resident Evil in the White House yet? Wait a minute, no. Wait, I'm a big Amon animation defender. Maybe we should watch it. Hold up. I found it, chat. I found it. Is this not incredible? Is this not one of the most incredible things you've seen in your life? Trump accused of running misogynistic administration after Bondi dismissal. Bondi and Kristi Noem, the only two cabinet members to be removed despite string of scandals involving male officials. Huh. Wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that the pedophile rapist might not think women are people? No, dude. No. The grabber by the pussy guy? No. That guy loves women. That guy loves women. You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice. That can't be right. That can't be right. Former Republican officials also weighed in. Bill Kristol, who served in the Ronald Reagan and George H.W. Bush administration, posted, Bondi was awful, but no worse than Patel. Noem was terrible, but no worse than Hegseth. Funny that it's only the women who get fired. No. Wait, what? Right-wingers are misogynistic? No, dude, stop. Next, you're going to tell me you need to drink water and having orange pee isn't normal. Yeah, I don't think so. All right? I don't think so. No. Don't be crazy. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be silly. That can't be right. Hospital. Gulpa. Israel's Netanyahu says Israel struck Iranian petrochemical plants after hitting steel facilities used to make basic materials for weapons. I mean, I don't know. We'd have to see more reporting on this first. It's kind of giving this ancient Atlantic piece. When this was 2020, it feels like it was like a decade ago, not 5 years ago or 6 years ago. Why the alt-right's most famous woman disappeared. Lauren Southern could spew racist propaganda like no other, but the men around her were better at one thing: trafficking in ugly misogyny. Can you imagine being Lauren Southern and being like, yay, finally, I found men to be racist with. Wait, what do you mean you guys are sexist? But I'm a woman. Wait, but like, I thought we would, but Why are her blinds so fucked up? Well, one of the workers in this hotel was an immigrant, and they were like, "You want me to fix that for you?" And then she got scared and told them to leave, or she's gonna call the cops. So yeah, that's the story behind that. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Dude, I forgot she existed. I know, right? Oh Lord, dude. A weird photo. Yeah, what happened to her? She just stopped existing online because I guess people were like mean to her. She was like, "No, stop being mean to me." I don't follow up with right wingers. They just kind of stop and then they come back and they're like, "I'm tired of being silenced." And by silenced, I mean I didn't say anything for a while and now I want to say things again. That was silenced. I was silenced.
Everybody at the star level is a holdover from the previous administration. They didn't just show up. They were there because they're all serving under the United States military and whoever the president is at the time.
But if you
how is that a reason to fire people?
So if you go into this believing that there has to be some systemic
Yeah, like that one woman famous for shitting herself. Yep. Caitlyn Bennett. Yep.
change because you believe that a lot of the problems as he perceives them is due to the fact that everyone is in fact a holdover, then this does make sense. And to be clear, unfortunately, there's going to be another Democratic president who's then going to make the exact same changes.
Say that again. So you're suggesting that his belief is that any person in the military who is a holdover from the previous administration, which is virtually everyone, is a problem?
I think he views any kind of non-institutionalized change as part of the issues within the department.
We also know. Gulpa. Breaking speculation is rising that Donald Trump is at Walter Reed Medical Center. Gulpa.
We also know, and I don't want to downplay this because we also know he's written a book about this, that he believes that women in the military are a problem. We also know that he believes that people of color are in large part not qualified for all kinds of different, what he calls DEI reasons. And so when we see actions that are supported by his own words, that's why there are questions about what the motivations are.
And the entire idea of having a professional force, right? After the Warren Commission, after Vietnam, and not to have drafting family members willy-nilly was a professionalized force that was separate from all of these political challenges. So listen, if he has an issue with his Secretary of Army, who is a political appointee and maybe threatening, got it. But people who actually know, who have served in Iraq, served in Afghanistan, know how war is conducted.
I'm proud of all of you for praying, by the way. About the president? Good job. Thank you, guys. Thank you. True patriots in this country.
He made great gains for our military strength and adaptability. Those are probably not the people you want walking out the door.
Do you have a quick last
Yeah, just a quick. So, I think across the board, normally you see 3 and 4 stars being interviewed by the Secretary of Defense before they get promoted in those positions, confirmed by the Senate. So in terms of an institutional change, yes, we also saw the firing of most of the career ambassadors who were appointed on the previous administration. So we are seeing institutional change across the government, from the State Department, the Pentagon, et cetera. But when you look at the disproportionate numbers for who is getting fired, right, and where that's coming from, I think it does get back to the root question that's there. And I think you hit the nail on the head. Is he seeing the folks that were in those positions put there because he saw them as illegitimately put in those positions based on not being qualified, that they were somehow put there for being a minority? Or were they actually qualified to be there and they're now being targeted as a result of their gender or race? And that's the two sides of the debate right now that are going on in Washington.
I mean, genuinely, you have to understand, it's simpler than this. Pete Hegseth, that guy's a fucking moron. Him and a bunch of conservatives only react to shapes and colors. They literally see someone who is not white or male and they're like, you must be incompetent, unlike me. Sorry, this is my emotional support bottle. It's water, I swear, and it's not vodka or gin or I don't even know. And we're going to fire everyone here who is a DEI hire, all right? And then Iran will see that we only have men, and then they'll take us seriously. Why are there 5 of you right now? I thought I fired one of you, but okay. And then he just passes the fuck out. That's the entire conversation. That's the whole conversation. Actually, it's just straight up drinking jet fuel at this point. No, vodka's communist? Oh, fuck, you're so right. Sorry. He'd be drinking gin. Like a sick freak. Can you imagine Trump passes, JD can pull out of Iran and he will look like the person that got us out of Iran and MAGA will love him? Oh yeah, actually unironically terrifying is the notion that Trump passes of old age or whatever. Thankfully, evil people live forever, so Trump is not going to pass. And then JD Vance gets like full-blown endorsement from Tucker Carlson and the party finally moves past MAGA and they like coalesce behind the JD Vance. Guys, the shapes and color thing was the shapes and color meme was funny before it became real. Because Israel is finally starting to understand how to reach Americans. They published this video saying a McDonald's is destroyed in northern Israel from Hezbollah rockets. Explaining something to an American. Imagine a burger. Now imagine no burger. No, no burger. What do you mean no burger? No, we have to save the burger. That's just how McDonald's look. Yeah, actually. This is just what McDonald's looks like, bro. I'm sorry. Have you even been to a real McDonald's if it didn't look like this, brother? Americans looking at this being like, this looks a lot better than the McDonald's I go to. What's wrong with it? Kind of empty. Where are the people annoying the service staff? Guess they don't have that there. Explaining loss to Americans. Imagine if they took away burger. That the drive-thru guy still has to show up for his shift. Real. Sounds fake glasses. Shut up. Coalesce behind this. I need a twerk emote so bad, dude. Sergio, thank you for the 31 months. Connie, thank you so much for the 4 months. Priyo, thank you for the 20 months. Thanks. Literally, I've seen 2 in my neighborhood that looks like this. I'm pretty sure the one closest to me looks like this all the time. It's like it's actually a really scary place to be in. But before I get into anything else, I will not allow this horrible tragedy to go on any longer, okay? That's right. That's right. Wait, I had it saved. Hey. Sorry, I feel like I need to leave you guys with this post. This is another one of them. This is another one of the cuck videos, bro. I need to do a full, like, I need to do, like, a video on this shit. It, like, pisses me off that it exists, that it's real. It's gonna sound crazy to all of you, but a decade ago, you could go on the internet for, like, a full day and not see a reference to cuckolding, like, once. Let alone this specific plot I've seen in 50 different permutations.
This is wrong. This is so wrong.
Trust me, everything's under control.
Honey!
Classic, what's his name? Goofy? Classic Goofy voice. Trust me, everything is going to be fine. That's what I think of when I think of how Goofy. That's classic Goofy right there. Talks not Goofy.
He said that was the last time.
Relax. He's never gonna find out about us.
Why is there so much of this? Why is there so much AI cuckolding? Why?
Wrong. This is so wrong.
Trust me, everything's under control.
Honey, I'm home. Sorry I took so long.
Oh, Mickey, I'm so glad back. Quick, hide.
I am so glad back.
I'll see you soon. Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. No, this can't be. I'm pregnant.
We're having a baby.
This can't be happening.
This is amazing. I'm going to be the best dad.
I like in the universe that all these cuckold porn creators make this shit. Why don't the women ever just go get abortions? Abortions they don't exist in AI world?
In the world.
You have no idea what I've done. This can't be happening. What am I going to do?
What am I gonna do? Does nothing.
Doctor, someone help us! She's going into labor!
Why such a demonic screech?
Stay with me. You're doing great. I can't do this.
I'm right here. Don't give up.
Wait, something's not right.
What is this? Why does it look like a dog?
I can explain.
Someone's showing me their pet and their pet isn't a cat. Why does it look like a dog? I was so excited to see your pet.
You betrayed me! With him? While I was doing everything for you, you were with him. I'm going to find him. And when I
Classic Mickey behavior.
do, he's going to pay for this.
Uncle. Why does he sound like Goku? How is this cuckold? Well, I guess it's closer to like whatever the fuck that one guy that got cheated on. Neto, what? NTR? I'm sorry, bro. I don't have the energy to dedicate to this shit. I only know the yaoi stuff, alright? Past that, I don't follow this straight shit. I'm sorry, man. I don't know. I guess it's closer to that, but it's just like, so you're just bookmarking the cuck AI videos? Yeah, I want to do a video. I was ignoring them. I was scrolling. It's like, you guys ever experience social media and you're like watching a video, you clicked on the video, you're like, ooh, on Twitter, and I'm like, no, for sure. And then it autoplays the next video, and the next video you're like, I guess this is okay. Sure, I'll watch this one. And then it autoplays the next one, and the next one's like garbage. And you have to watch for 30 seconds, and then you're like, what the fuck am I watching? And then you have to go to the next one, and it's the same thing again. The worst, I don't care. I'm so sorry. If anyone in here likes these videos, I fucking despise when they show me edits or like they cut out parts of a movie and it's like an AI overview where it's like, you'll never believe what this woman got away with. First, she tied up her legs, and then when the man walked in, he was surprised to see. I'm like, I like watch like 5 seconds before I realize what I'm watching. I'm like, no, dislike, do not show me, do not show me. I hate those videos so much. I have such a passionate, burning hate for that shit. I think it's because there was one time where I was like, well, let me see. I've never seen this format before, like a year ago. And I watched it on like YouTube or whatever. And it was like a complete waste of my fucking time. Like a complete and total waste of my fucking time. And from that moment on, I will watch like always like 5 seconds before I realize what I'm perceiving. And then I have to scroll back. I'm so mad, dude. It makes me so mad. It's like, and then because I guess I watched it for 5 seconds before I realized what I was watching, it's like, well, time to show you another 50. It's like, no, don't show me any more of these. I'm glad I don't scroll TikTok. Yeah, I don't even use TikTok. It's just Twitter. And now Twitter is just this too. And I avoided it for so long. I would like try and I tried to like, I thought if I scrolled past it fast enough, the algorithm would stop showing it to me. So I was like, okay, scroll. If I just avoided it, I didn't interact with it at all. I just avoided it. And it didn't work. And I just keep I just keep seeing it. I keep seeing it anyway. So now I'm like, okay, I'm just going to bookmark all these, make a fucking video and shit on them since I'm not going to, it's kind of like if you use Twitter, you're just eventually one day, the algorithm is like, hey, so what if we showed you a bunch of racist shit? What if we just showed you posts from people with the username kill all and then put in any slur you want? What if we did that? It's like, but I don't want that. Yeah, but what if we just send you a couple? How about like 100 of these, huh? Bruh. Okay. All right. Now, what I wanted to actually show you guys before we lose the opportunity to talk about it, I'm sure many of you guys saw it at this point. Everybody's talked about it at this point, but I didn't get a chance to talk about it. So it's time. Jake Fapper doing this 8-minute segment on Hasan. We need a Joe Rogan of the left. Get something resembling a Joe Rogan of the left. No, not like that. We were hoping you would be a podcast bro that would move literally no one to the left, but you would like talk about how great the establishment is and how great Israel is, and you would take all of our sponsor dollars and you would just say what we say all the time.
Our politics lead now. Now, Hasan Piker might not be a household name, at least among adults, but ask your kids. His new role as a midterm surrogate for some Democrats is proof that his political influence is expanding far beyond the streaming platform Twitch, where he has taken.
What is this image? It was a dark time in his life when he was wearing a lot of rings.
Presidents. He is without question an online influencer with nearly 3 million followers. His rise as a prominent voice on the left is.
Dude, how does his head look so small in this one?
Is now driving a wedge between Democrats, and for good reason. Hasan Piker's past and present is checkered with controversial, if not outrageous, if not bigoted state comments like this one.
America deserved 9/11, dude. It. I'm saying it. We totally put it on ourselves, dude. Holy shit.
The ultra-Orthodox Jews leaving Israel.
Sorry, every time I see Dan Crenshaw's face, dude, I can't keep a straight face when I see his face, man. I can't do it.
Hilarious. Okay? If they serve in the military and then they get their untrained, inbred asses shipped into southern Lebanon, again, very funny.
You know, it's Hasan Piker calling Orthodox Jews inbred. Piker has also posted comments such as these, where he unequivocally sides with Hamas, calling them the lesser of two Israels compared to the lesser of two evils compared to the government of.
By the way, you will literally never see Jake Fapper make a single comment ever about any of the heinous fucking shit that Fetterman has ever done or said in his fucking pathetic life. He will literally. Fetterman could get on air today on CNN in front of him and say, we should kill every Muslim that's ever lived. We should start digging up Muslim people's graves and burning them and desecrating their graves. And Jake Fapper would be like, yeah. I mean, as long as we agree Israel has a right to defend itself, we're on the same page here. Yeah.
Israel. Piker has since apologized for his comments on 9/11, but he stood by the rest. He's accusing others of
not accurate.
Taking him out of context. In a Wall Street Journal op-ed, the leaders of the Democratic think tank Third Way write, quote, Mr. Piker is anti-American, anti-women, anti-Western, and anti-Semitic. No Democrat should engage with him. All should seek to push him to the fringe where he belongs, unquote. Hasan Piker just recently become an issue in Michigan. It's home to a competitive three-way Democratic primary for governor. Dr. Abdul Al-Sayed, one of the three candidates and a former CNN commentator, announced that Piker will join him for 2 rallies in April. His opponents quickly seized on that, slamming the decision as unacceptable, calling Piker not some.
Famously, it didn't work out for New York. Wait, let me check in on that race. Okay, forget what I said.
Somebody that you should be campaigning with at a moment when there's clearly.
Stop showing this photo of him. Dude, if I was on CNN and they chose these type of unflattering ass photos, I'd be so fucking mad, bro. I'd be so mad, bro. The oversized shirt, the Obama 08, the hand gesture, the small head. This is so brutal, bro. Stop. Honestly, put the make the rich pay. That one is so much better. At least that one has like meme value, meme potential. I think it's that he looks so much like Steven Crowder in this one. It's like, take it off the screen. It's totally on purpose too. I know, it's just brutal.
A lot of pain and trauma across our state. Ardoni O'Sullivan caught up with Piker over the weekend at a No Kings rally in New York and asked how he fits into the Democratic Party's future.
You have become an issue within the Democratic Party yourself.
Tell us about that.
I don't think I'm necessarily an issue within the Democratic Party as much as I am an issue for a lot of consultants. I don't want fascism to win in this country. I don't want Republicans to win in this country. We can argue on the methods. Maybe you think that my worldview and my values and the policies that I want politicians to represent might be different than yours. But at the end of the day, I think we have the same goals.
I should note, I misspoke. It's a Michigan Senate primary, not governor primary. Jonah Platt is with us. He's the host of...
It's very funny that, like, with Hasan and Hasan clips, the second you just let any of these people speak, nothing they say sounds unreasonable unless you pause champ and then say, what? Huh? Unless you, like, literally Ethan Klein someone and you just, like, pause through everything that they're saying to make it sound like or make it pretend like there's nothing that's salient being said. It's so pathetic. The fact that this entire segment, which is like, isn't it weird that Hasan Piker exists? How is this Hasan Piker's fault? Hasan personally causes the Democrats to lose. How dare Hasan say any of these things? It's like, why don't you talk about Joe Rogan? This fucking sack of shit, this Weasley little fuck would never, ever, ever use a fraction of, I mean, like, sorry. Let me be clear. Jake Tapper doesn't have any of his own opinions. He just has the opinions of whatever CNN tells him to say. He's there to collect a paycheck and to say whatever he's being told to say. Let me be clear. All right? But isn't it sad and pathetic that CNN dedicates no time at all to talking about the Joe Rogan and the Joe Rogans of the world for the right? That they never actually hold the Democrats accountable and say, hey, why the fuck aren't we going on podcasts like Joe Rogan? Why do this guy personally got Trump elected and we've done nothing about it? Nothing. No, we have to go in on Hasan because all of this is Hasan's fault. Whenever the Democrats don't win, it's Hasan's fault. Oh my God, dude. It's brutal. And then the brutal framemog, the absolutely brutal framemog to death on air. When the segment that followed this was a absolutely humanizing segment on Cuba. This one, oh my.
Paint us a picture of what it's like on the ground. What'd you see?
When I first landed in Cuba, I was taken aback by how beautiful everything was. You know, you got the 1950s cars and it's a tropical island destination. But very quickly thereafter, as soon as we got into Havana, the main city area where people congregate, I couldn't believe the sights that I was seeing. It was very sad. You had homes that looked like they were bombed out. Our tour guide at the time said that this was somewhat of a product of hurricane season and how difficult it is to like repair these buildings. And I already had known about the rolling blackouts, and I experienced them later in the day. And it was definitely unlike anything I've ever experienced before. Everything's pitch black. There aren't any traffic lights on. Like it's crazy, right? But
it's so insane to me that anyone tried to spin this as like Hasan is delusional and he tried to say that Cuba's actually great because they're experiencing a blockade. It's like, no, it's that most of these areas that the U.S. has fucking destroyed or attempted to destroy have resilient people and beautiful, vibrant cultures and beautiful, vibrant people. And you can get to enjoy and experience that even while the people are still suffering. He wants to lionize their bravery. Yeah, you can say that they're suffering, but despite that, they still do their best to be hospitable. But despite that, it's still a beautiful, vibrant country, people, culture. And for some reason, this is like a unheard of concept.
But I was taken aback. I was very sad by all the poverty that I saw. And then I was very angry. It was actually Ben Rhodes who told me that I would get very sad when I first went to...
Former Obama foreign policy advisor.
Former Obama foreign policy advisor Ben Rhodes, who was, formative in the previous normalization agreement with Cuba that Barack Obama had orchestrated. And he was right. It was very sad to see. But then it was very angering. It was very anger-inducing because I felt like...
Someone said his head looks normal here. Does it? Listen. I can't stand the anti-Hasan cope, but I also can't stand the pro-Hasan cope. All right, bro? I'm sorry. Check yourself, man. Check yourself.
There was a lot of potential on this island that we were just robbing the people of.
This angle.
And
this angle, they're doing him justice.
And it's
totally cruel and totally unnecessary. And it was part of the reason why I went to Cuba, because I've heard a lot about Cuban organizing, the Cuban government. I'd read a lot about it.
Sure.
I knew about the island's history of developing sovereignty, but I'd also heard about this blockade, right? And I wanted to figure out exactly how this blockade was harming people directly, and in many ways that are indirect, because the blockade itself is designed to be invisible. It's a system of sanctions. It's this like bureaucratic nightmare that basically renders it impossible for the island to do regular commerce, just like any other country. Banks can't take out loans from any other banks. And you, as an American citizen, as a matter of fact, have a lot of restrictions on what you can and can't do, both on the island, or if you wanted to even send money, if you have relatives on the island. It's a very difficult process to like directly send cash payments to your relatives as well. It's totally unnecessary. These rules are so arbitrary, and yet they're so damaging to everyone, to everyday Cuban existence.
What were you most surprised by actually seeing it up close and personal?
I was surprised by the resilience. I was surprised by the fact that people, in spite of all these struggles, were still surviving, right? They had a relatively chill attitude about everything, which was somewhat shocking to me, because I feel like I'm a much more high intensity person. But I was also really impressed with
Your Denims camera doesn't just add 10 pounds, it also adds a circumference to people's heads. So if you notice, there's at least 2 to 3 cameras on Hasan. So of course his head looks normal. That makes a lot of sense. No, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Real. True. Behind, thank you so much for the 25 gifties. What the hell? Thanks. Thank you.
The high intensity person. But I was also really impressed with the accomplishments that they've made in places like biomedical, in the biomedical field.
What do you think is at this point the biggest need? Because we hear like the New York Times reporting about the fact that the power goes off in the hospitals and like babies are having to, be hand pumped to keep them alive in certain situations. I mean, what do you think is the greatest need
It's oil.
on the ground?
100%. And it's actually totally legal for Cuba to
I feel so bad for Alex Michelson for this, because I just know his DMs and his like messages and his email is just flooded with people saying, Hasan shocks his dog, Hasan did this, Hasan, did you know that there's a content, why does no one care about the content nuke? You just know that's just what his DMs are filled with. I feel so bad, dude. I feel so bad for anyone who like unintentionally kind of gets involved in this corner of the internet, because you just get the most deranged freaks, like unemployed derogatory. You would think that because there is a freedom, at least in a little bit, in being. Wait, I'm not gonna get left held up. If you have the financial stability, whether it's because you're currently living with your parents or you have a partner who is employed, there is some freedom, just a smidge, as long as you are not in dire financial straits, in being unemployed. That I personally, but also with friends of mine, that in the period, in like the first 2 weeks of unemployment, it's like, oh my God, wow, I have all this time. I can just like chill. Again, this only applies if you're not dealing with dire financial straits. For people in chat, for example, if you've moved back home with your parents, you're like, oh my God, I forgot how nice it is to not have to fucking clock into my fucking wagey, cagey job where I get treated like shit. Wow. You would think you would spend that time being unemployed, spend that time relaxing and like living life and having fun. And there are some freaks that spend that time being insane. Then they never hit him with real criticism, like when the fuck is he ever going to finish a game? We need more people like you on the case. We need more people like you. Oh, thanks, Transworld. Bitch won't complete Subnautica, bro. We gotta fucking take his ass to a court, bro. Fucking dribble on this motherfucker.
Trade with other countries. It's just that America makes it impossible. So what is a necessity?
I live in my parents' basement because I'm still single. Everything is expensive, but I have a job helping my parents with bills. That's okay, right? Well, you're actually spending your time enjoying life. You're using your financial freedom to enjoy life. You're not using it. You're not spending all of your time sitting in front of a computer trying to convince everyone that Hasan is the most evil person ever, and he shocks his dog, and he went to a brothel, and everyone needs to disavow him immediately. God forbid. It's like, oh my God, I cannot imagine spending my free time like that, and you're not getting paid for it. If you're gonna be a hater, at least get paid for being a hater. For fuck's sake. Mayor, can you run? Maybe I'll show you guys as a treat. Also, Violet, thank you so much for the 8 gift subs. What the hell? Thank you. But thank you for the gift sub to Transquirrel. Rot Horse Kid, thank you for the 5 gifties. Me, I thank you again for the 25 gifties. Let's go gaming! Yes! All right, let's watch a little bit more while I roll something into stream.
Is for the grid to come back alive. And for that to happen, they need to need to get oil. I believe there's a Russian tanker that just docked in Havana. As of this morning, if I'm not mistaken, with 730,000 barrels of oil, which will provide much needed respite and will allow the Cuban energy grid to survive. They'll still ration it heavily, but this way medicine can be transported on the island.
I want to give you a chance to respond to 2 criticisms of this trip that have gotten widely reported. The New York Times sort of called you out for the fact that you all stayed in a nice hotel that was very luxurious compared to a lot of what the people on the island are dealing with every day. What's your response to the allegations of hypocrisy there?
Yeah, I thought it was very interesting as well. So we went on a humanitarian aid mission with foreign dignitaries, delegates, advocates, activists, journalists, and the like. It was around 200, 300, 400 people. I'm not exactly sure on the number, but the American government has placed, and this was fascinating to me, we had to get an OFAC clearance from the Treasury Department just to go, right? And the American government has actually created these incredible restrictions that only allow American citizens to stay in four hotels on the island. There are thousands of hotels on the island, but we can only stay in 4. And if I don't stay in a hotel, and these are 5-star hotels, according to the American government, if I don't stay in one of those hotels, I could go to prison for 10 years and have to pay a $250,000.
Fake socialist, let me guess. You also have a house, bruh. Fake socialist, let me guess. You also have a car. You enjoy things. You spend money. Fake socialist. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit and be like, I can't believe they tried to run that shit-ass segment. Respect to this guy. Sorry that your inbox is probably totally shitted with people saying, when are you watching the content nuke on CNN? Excuse me, I think you need to watch the content. It's like, dude, there's no CNN exec that would ever see that shit and be like, yeah, let's watch this. And with that, chat, let me see if you guys can see this. Maybe I can show you guys. Meowing to He was meowing because he wanted to run earlier, and then I moved it, and he's like, well, I don't want to do it anymore. Well, I don't want to do it anymore. No, I'm nervous. I'm nervous to do it now. He sits on it, and he meows, and he waits for me to do this. Do this to it, for him to chase it. But now that it's like he has an audience, he's getting performance anxiety. Like, well, I don't know. Cats don't listen to anything. Wrong. Wrong. Incorrect. The thing is, it's like, I don't want to train him to do with food because then he's going to associate it with food. And anytime he wants a treat, he's going to start doing it. So I can't train him to. I've trained him with lots of other things, but I can't do that. Getting nervous. Getting nervous, bro. I'm insistent, though. Yeah. I think I overstimulated him too much, so now he wants to play. He doesn't want to sit on the chair. Like, no, actually, I want to humiliate you. You want to humiliate me, bro. If you insist on making me look a fool. But isn't he so cute? Go. Wants to play fetch. I didn't peep it before, but he wants to play fetch. He brings me these little, like, crunchy balls, and he wants me to throw them. It brings it back. Anywho. Here's the Amon Resident Evil White House video. We'll watch this on the other channel. People don't know about the other channel. Watch this in the April Fool's thing. But thank you everybody for tuning into the stream. I had a great time. For the Politics Frogs, I will be here again tomorrow at the usual time. And we'll talk about some fun politics stuff. And for Gaming Frogs, that's right. It's gaming time. Oh, yes. We're pretty far, I feel like. I think we've passed the halfway point, thank God. But I'm a little washed because we haven't played since Sunday. So, wish me luck. But that's right, guys. Denathon now and forever. The Denathon lives in our hearts, okay? The Denathon is the friends we made along the way. All right? Also, say what you will, chat, but Gaming Frogs stay eating, all right? They stay eating the fuck up, bro, all right? Some chuds in here can't even get their dogs to fetch a bone, and you're out here playing fetch with your cat. Ooh. Oh, mayo word. Brought it back. Go. All right. With that, Gaming Frogs, I will see you shortly. All right? I will see you very shortly. Politics Frogs, I will see you guys all tomorrow. But regardless, stay hydrated. Tell your homies you love them. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody. Bye.